so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. Really appreciate it. Jerry's been on my back all day. Come on, monkeying around. Come on, dude, I'm literally a monkey. Say, Jerry, he's sneaking like that, I'm telling you. He's got cameras all over these woods. Jerry, no, I probably shouldn't have taken all that pre-workout today. No, I don't even work out. Is that all you got? You holding out on me? Jerry, you never tell me.
If cheetahs are known to be the fastest animal in the animal kingdom, then why are we measuring our cars in horsepower?
Is it a skull? Is it a skull?
I drive around on my butt like a car. Picture Mario Kart, no cart. And the gas, that's farts. If I could stand up, then I found a place to park. It's the opposite of Pixar's cars. Acting like a car with the body of a person. As opposed to vice versa. I'm like a Merc, you're a Nissan Versa. Yeah, my behind is my vehicle. Like a lady, I sit down when I need to go. Like fully tinted shades, and I keep it low. The eyes are the window to the Kia Soul. If I'm winking, that's my blinker. If I'm blinking, that's my caution. It's how I let you know this where the fog is. It's less a steering wheel and more a sausage. Yep, it is as you feared. My Johnny's how I steer. I know it looks weird, but I'm only switching gears. And my motor oil is beer. The windshield wiper fluid is my tears. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used my buttocks as a lamb. A Lamborghini, not a sheep. I'm a Ram, you're a Nissan Leaf. I drive around on my butt like a car. Picture Mario Kart, no cart. And the gas, that's farts. If I could stand up, then I found a place to park. Half chub, full throttle. Why would someone do this? God knows. I try to dodge a route with cobble. I just bruised my tuchus pothole. If I'm going, I'm in reverse. Grab the shaft and she put it in first. If I'm in the crash, I won't get hurt. The airbag is a pillow in my shirt. I don't have a car alarm, I just scream. I don't have tires, just jeans. I just got a wax, butt cheeks. Cables on my nippies, jump me. You call yourself a car guy? I'm a freaking car guy. Okay, so that even wood grain, make a hard right. And I sound congested when I start like.
Great balls. Welcome. With Dan, Godfoe Universe, my friend. He's done campaigning. There'll be no more DEI books. I'm sorry, Dan. You cannot. Trump just ended the 32,000 that you're trying to get to make a transgender book in Peru. It's not happening. It's over.
Someone has to teach them. They don't know. They'll never know.
Did you see that?
I did. There's so much coming out every day that I have to see now.
Let me show people just so they know what I'm talking about. I saw this, so I'm like, this is crazy. Let me see. Here we go. Right here.
SAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump.
Who is this mom?
Right? Satan music from heaven, says Rookie. Oh, I'm glad you're listening in. I assume you're making some sandwiches. That's my guess. Assume you're back to work. But glad to be here with Dan. What were you going to talk about today? Well, first of all, well, because like the actual topics I'll probably save for after you leave, not to weigh you down, because I love getting. I don't want to bog you down with just run of the mill drama,
Stuff I don't know about,
pop culture shenanigans, and whatnot, and Gothix and shit. I was gonna go live today, or this morning, but I ended up going to church just to like see what the weekday masses is like. And
no, nice. I went to a Catholic church last week. I just went during like my lunch break, and it was fantastic.
Oh, right.
I just walked in, and it was like the incense was going, and it was dead silent. And I was like, "Oh man, this feels peaceful. Like this is awesome."
Well, it's funny. I know I shared it probably a week or two ago. There was some conversation going on about the crucifix and the cross, and I'm like,
crucifixion.
Bear cross Christianity is VeggieTales Christianity.
Oh, Protestantism, yeah.
Yeah, it's limp dick. And it's funny going back, being in the environment. Now, first off, I was very disappointed with the weekday mass. Very boring, very just concise. There's no pageantry. That's what first got me as a kid with my mom. Like, I want to go to a Catholic church. I think we went to like a midnight mass in Christmas time. But then we settled for Episcopalian. I don't know what that decision was with my parents. We were Episcopals for like 2 or 3 years till the gay priest became a bishop. So then we just went Catholic. And yes, I know they have their priest ordeals that make the news, but that's not like
they're turning the freaking priest gay.
Well, that is a problem in the ranks. But yeah, the pageantry was kind of like the visual hook to draw me in as a kid. And then you get older and it's like, well, yeah, it's all brings you in. You can say it's all fluff. You really just need the altar. You just need the cross, whatever. But all the other stuff is like extra bells and whistles to like just visually appeal. But no, I really do stand by that. Even though I'm not Christian anymore, it's like the crucifix. Like that's the whole point. And you go to. I've been to Protestant churches as a kid. Of course, black churches with the music is fun. It's rowdy. Been to revivals and Pentecostal stuff, but it all feels like health and wellness at the end of the day. It's like, celebrating stuff. And it's like, wow, no, this calling sucks. And I think that's really the disconnect in especially American victimhood Christianity is like, oh, they're after us. They hate us. And it's like, well, who is they? They own the media that target you. But secondly,
Target does?
Jesus says, I see this all the time with JDA, especially. I'm like, this victim narrative, like, oh, they're after. It's like, you signed up for it, dipshit. Like, Jesus told you this. He said, like, whatever they've done to me, they'll do to you. And so, and then you think of like, well, the ultimate story is the cross, the crucifixion. The resurrection is just like the nice after story, but the main point of the whole book is that sacrifice and suffering. And I was making the story. I mean to upload this video probably tomorrow of a clip for me and Katie did. I was talking about this where it's like Christianity. I think Millie Mack has Goonergate right, but that's why she shouldn't participate in gaming, because it's all Gooner, it's all slop, it's all a distraction. Really, Christianity is a life of suffering and abstinence in various ways. And so I think that's the disconnect with Protestantism, is they want to celebrate the resurrection and the bear cross. And it's like, well, how'd you get there? That's the story. It's not like that getting out of death. Like, that's the easy part. It's over, it's the struggle to that point. And I think Protestantism is focused on the bear cross. And I was thinking this too. I need to research more about aesthetics and philosophy and stuff, but I was thinking, because my view, even going to Catholic church, is like, well, this is just like a weird mockery of, pagan temples. You got the altar of like the supreme or the patron god of the temple, and you got these little shrines to the other gods. They just changed up. Now Jesus is like the Zeus, and then all these little shrines of like saints or like the demigods or lower gods. And you got this tabernacle, which is just like a Jewish thing, retooled by Christians. But when you strip all that, you strip away the Catholic pageantry, the imagery, you get to a Protestant bear cross church with no icons. I think that is true Christendom. It's got nothing ultimately without the pagan history that they've LARPed or taken away. What do you think of that? You're Christian. What do you think of that assessment? I'm not stating it academically and clearly as I want. I need to research more how I want to state that like concisely. But what do you think of that assessment?
I think it's one of two ways to look at it. I think a lot of the stuff probably comes more from the Jewish side than it does the pagan side, like the incense, the altar structure, and the order of service. That's what the Catholic Church and the Orthodox kind of hang on to, is that they claim that they come from the direct lineage of the church fathers who were Jewish, and who knew the tabernacle setup. And there's a lot of credence, I think, to that. And that's the thing, is I think a lot of Protestants don't understand is I think a lot of the Catholic service and mass probably does come from the Jewish synagogue, or synagogue, as opposed to tabernacle. I don't think the tabernacle exists anymore. I think people, especially like, neo-pagans, whatever that's worth, and atheists kind of get the idea that Christianity doesn't have substance because it seems more malleable, but it doesn't. It's so transcendental in its belief, it doesn't hold like temporal things that important. Like, it only has really, especially outside the Catholic view, it only has like two sacraments, and that is baptism and communion, or I forgot what you got. What do the Catholics call it? We call it communion.
Oh, let me see, the sacrament.
You just call it the sacrament, where bread and wine. You know what I mean?
Of the Catholic Church, I think there's 7. Yeah, 7 sacraments.
Yeah, the Catholics hold that there's 7. I think the Orthodox hold there are 2. But what I'm saying is, like, Protestants hold basically that there's 2. Well, there's baptism and there's the Lord's Supper, because those are the 2 that are only spoken about in the Bible directly.
Yeah. Here is just so we know them. Baptism, Eucharist, which is communion.
Eucharist, that's it.
Confirmation, that's like when you like educate yourself. If you're born into it, you start as like 7, but
Protestants don't hold to that.
And then you got reconciliation, which is confession.
Yeah.
And that is that's based biblically on some of the orders or terms Jesus set with the disciples. He says something about whosoever sins you retain or retains whoever sins you forgive, something like that. It's all like they are vessels of God to do so. But they're supposed to. What people don't get is not just the priest says like, "Oh, you're forgiven." It's like, "Oh yeah, he says that." In the assumption you're following through. So if you're a rapist, a murderer, that means, okay, well, I call you to, I can't report you because I'm a priest. It's confession, but you have to,
you need to go report yourself.
You have to report yourself and accept the penance of prison and or death, whatever death penalty, if that's applicable. Marriage is another sacrament. And then ordination. So being a priest a deacon, a nun, these are ordinations.
Yeah. But even with those 7, I guess what I'm trying to say is like things like Santa Claus and like some of the saints that we know, I think probably came from pagan religions that were integrated. They weren't actual like Christians and stuff like that. Christianity gets a bad rap. It's basically saying it co-ops things, but what it does is it sees its God as the fulfillment of all the other gods. It doesn't even really see its God as in conflict with other gods because it sees it, it sees Christ as so supreme that it redeems, fulfills, and can be in conflict with other gods because Christ wasn't a warrior God,
Yeah.
So it can integrate, and that's what we saw with the spread of Christianity is that it spread by the sword and without the sword too, better than pretty much any religion ever has. And part of that is because some people would call it malleable, but it doesn't see itself as malleable. It sees itself as supreme. So if you had, and I'm probably getting in trouble with some of my Catholic friends, but I mean, I think I could be wrong, but I mean, I think maybe is kind of where like the veneration of Mary kind of came from, is to integrate a female deity into Christianity. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's multiple. There's Artemis and Athena with the Greeks, virgin goddesses, and
the Celtic goddesses, and
there was an order. In was it the Vestal Virgins? I think in Rome.
Yeah, and the Delphi, the prophetesses of Delphi.
Yeah, the oracles.
That's it.
Yeah, the weird thing, this is one of the things that got me into Greek paganry, and I'm not a great practitioner. I mainly focus on just trying to learn. I try to devote myself to like the idea of Athena and wisdom, but I need to like way more immerse myself in like worship. It's not that like Wicca stuff. You
might like Gnosticism.
It's not like Wicca stuff isn't something you can choose for, because it's very much individualistic. But for me, it's more of like, maybe I'll leave like incense or wine, whatever, for my little shrines. But it's really about like physical practice in the world. It's like trying to be a more beautiful man. So it's like, let me not eat those Oreos.
Well, and I mean this like seriously. I don't mean it like confrontationally, but like, how do you reconcile and I hate to use this term. I don't mean it. I don't mean it as a joke, like, but how do you reconcile like the blood and soil parts of paganism that require that were basically limited to those people? Like they believed that their blood and their land was part of their worship. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know much about that aspect, but there's like Zeus Amon, for example, and I think Siwa. The gods of whatever race are clearly tied to their identity, but they're bigger than their identity. That's the thing that's interesting, is like I think that's why Christianity really seeped into Rome. So you had an integrated mono culture, mono language society across the whole Mediterranean.
Rome built the roads by which Christianity spread.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think my guess, I've not researched this, my guess is that Christianity seeped through Mithras, through the military, that I think it was they either viewed it as like another shade of Mithras, or it's just a different name for Mithras, because it was a militarized religion. It was a male only. It was very secretive. We have very little we can ascertain about the religion. But that's my guess, especially when you look at like Saturnalia is largely a 1-for-1 with Christmas
Yeah.
season.
Well, and that's what I'm
and
saying.
the rituals of it.
Yeah, Christianity has no problem saying like Christ fulfills that. This is for Christ now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like I don't think identity really mattered to the Greeks so much. Obviously there's like writings of like xenophobia by the philosophers. They hated the Medes, the Babylonians, whatever. They distinguish people not Hellene as barbarians, but
Yeah, and that where the term came from?
Especially from Alexander's efforts as like the culmination of Hellenized world. There's a duality, to say the least. There's duality of like there is a Hellene supremacy idea implicit that they are rightfully taking hold of the world that they conquer, but also they're spreading it. The effort Alexander put in to integrate with people is, I think, beyond the like racial supremacy ideas of the Greeks.
Do you feel like Rome suffered because of that? Because it kind of deconstructed its own identity?
No, that's at the core of the Romans. From the very start, they would instead of being like normal conquering nations, they would kick your ass and be like, all right, we're going to fuck your women. And once you integrate and join our military and go on campaigns, you can fuck our women. And now we're all Roman. And that's how they built.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I guess what I'm saying is, do you view them as a deconstructive idea from the start as opposed to everything else that came before them?
I think Rome in large is there's a weird hubris with the Greeks because they are the backbone of Western civilization.
Yeah.
But they couldn't really they couldn't for some reason. They were the great thinkers to start all these ideas, but they couldn't integrate them themselves. They were ahead of their time philosophically. They couldn't integrate it temporally, and the Romans kind of fulfilled that.
Yeah, Rome had the strength to do it.
And there's a funny history watching about the Byzantine Empire, this back and forth yo-yoing of Greek and Roman. Obviously the Greeks influenced the Romans starting out because they had control of like Sicily and southern Italy. Macedonians were in conflict with the Romans when they were really taking off, and then Rome takes over Greece into Anatolia and extends down to Egypt and Israel. But then at the end of the day, like a lot of the Renaissance is based off like the Greeks fleeing from the Islamic takeover of that region back into Italy. So there's a funny yo-yoing of culture back and forth for thousands of years between those two people. They're so integrated. So yeah, I don't know, but I think it's very obvious with the I would say global, for that region at least, historically global worship. They would be cognizant of other religions, so no, I don't think the blood and soil aspect really matters for the I know there's like modern with the Viking religions, the Azatru, whatever, Odinism. There is segments that align with like white supremacist ideology. And maybe that reinvigorates the heritage aspect of their ancestry, but I don't think it's necessary at all. I'm kind of like the Christians in the sense of this is my big gripe with Nick Fuentes, even though I like watching him, love his political commentary, his historical commentary. Him being Christian and being kind of like white centric, to say the least, is in complete contradiction to Christianity. I think most religion, if it's viable, is not monoculture idealized, even if it's like one culture really germinated the ideas. A real religion permeates across time and space and identity.
Yeah, well, that's the Christian religion. It started as an ethnocentric Jewish religion and became, the Catholic Church.
I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was like, there's a funny lesson in it where it's like the Old Testament is God spending thousands of years trying to work with his chosen people, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I forsake you. This is for everybody now. You're not special. Like, that's really the story of the Old Testament into Jesus. It's like, whatever, fuck you people.
That's one way
There's
to
no.
look
He's
at
like God's like Scott Adams. There's no fixing this.
That's one way to look at it.
It
He said that
really,
a lot in the
I mean,
Old Testament, though. He's like, "It's up to me. You guys are ruining it."
yeah, like I'm telling it in a very like blue
Flippant.
collar, joking, flippant way. But really, if you boil it down, like I'm sure there's a more academic way to say that. It's
Yeah.
nice, but that
Oh, no,
really is
no,
the story.
That's what I said about not that, but I mean, I'm talking about like they getting so much heat for saying that Superman's a Christ figure because the response is always, "Well, he was made by two Jewish guys."
I seen you argue that
Okay,
shit.
like I don't care if he's made by two Jewish guys. Two Jewish guys can make anything. They can make
Well,
hamburgers for all I care.
the biggest thing, and I need to research this, but they're saying someone I saw, maybe not directly to you, but in this sphere of conversation those last week or two about this, about Schuster and whoever made Superman,
Yeah.
they were saying like, oh yeah, this was like to mock the white jock archetype.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm
what are you
like,
talking? That didn't exist back then. Like,
no. Let's just, for argument's sake, let's assume that's completely true. Let's assume this was a
for argument's sake, let's pretend this isn't stupid.
well, I mean, there's a history. Look at how they portray medieval Europe, which was Catholic controlled in media. We think of the Dark Ages as
Everybody
like just
smells,
knuckle
everything's
dragging,
gray, yeah.
disease ridden because they're just inferior, retarded people, etc. There's a definite angle with who controls the media to spin this idea. But yeah, let's assume the Superman idea that it's a subversive, it's a subversion of the white jock, whatever. It's a joke by a couple Jewish guys. Let's assume that's completely true. All right. Look at the icon he's become. Look at the example Superman sets for people. He is the supreme idea of will to power. He'll work with the government unless they fuck up. Then he'll have this kind of Captain America, Winter Soldier potential to him. He can set the course properly without influence. Their attempt failed is the point. Even if it is truly a subversive comedic attempt to own the white guys, he is a white icon of masculinity.
And that's the thing, is he's a Christian icon. Like, he's a Christian figure. Like, that's the only way you get. He's a universalist, like, savior, like, that believes in nonviolence. Like, you don't get that idea. I mean, you've studied like paganism, and you've studied the old gods and the old warriors. That didn't exist. Old warriors were ethnocentric or dedicated to the state that they were created in, and that's what they were created for. And they were usually warriors who killed people. Like Superman is a Christian idea. That's it. And I wasn't trying to be mean. I hate that stupid ethnocentric idea of, oh, they're Jewish, so he has to be a Jewish idea. It's like, I'm sorry, I believe Jews can create any idea. I believe white people can create any idea. Like,
It's funny because
I think art surpasses us. Like,
everyone is crying about Anthony Mackie being Captain America, about Falcon being Captain America. It should have been Bucky. Should have been Bucky. It's like, oh, you mean the decades long compromise for Hydra or the Russian state, the Soviets?
I do think Bucky being Cap is a better redemption story for Bucky. But
it's like, are you going to trust him with that power versus Falcon, who has just been straight and narrow the whole time?
I think they should have given Falcon the serum. I think he should have taken it in the show, because it's so stupid to have a normal guy trying to sling that shield. That doesn't make any sense.
That's my biggest problem. I saw someone, I'm like, yeah, a normal guy not getting disintegrated behind the shield, getting punched by Hulk, that's retarded. And
well, I know the vibranium.
Like, oh, this is an MCU logic of the vibranium. It's
supposed to stop like the force or what? Yeah, but it wouldn't stop the gravity or his weight of his fist, would it?
Right.
Like, once it's made contact,
the shield is indestructible, not the person behind it.
Like,
that's why I'm like, this is stupid. Like, Captain America got stabbed, right, in Winter Soldier.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so like he's like Kylo. He's not at full capacity in that movie at the end.
He's like me with your mother.
You can have her. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. No, it's funny the argument about Cap and whatever, and it's like, yeah, I don't really care about Captain America because, especially the last like 20 years, they've made him this like
Yeah.
self-hating America apologist, queer bait, and I was doing some research. I accidentally saw something saying like, "Oh, like America is really just this like Jewish golem," and I'm like, "What?" And so I started researching that, and I'm like, "Oh God, shit, Captain America sucks." Like, I already didn't really like him because he is like the Boy Scout, you know. But that just like really ruined it for me. So I'm like, you're arguing about the dressing on a Jewish golem character. Like, I don't care. If anything, I hope Red Hulk just disintegrates him.
Well, that was my thing with like Superman. People are like, oh, it's based off Moses or the golem, and it's like both of those again. Those were ethnocentric ideas. Like you don't get Superman from that. Like I'm not trying to be mean, but like Jewish legends and archetypes are they prioritize the Jewish people because that's how old world gods were. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like you don't get the new idea of the Christ figure of Superman from an old world view. That's impossible. Like you don't get Captain America from that. Like you just don't. Like,
All right, so here it is. Captain America is a Jewish golem theory explained.
oh, this is from Screen Rant. I thought you were about to post like Goy Man Groper 69 saying this. This is from Screen Rant.
It's by Joshua Isaac. We can assume what that name means. Captain America is well known for being a de facto patriotic superhero created just before America entered World War II in a time of crisis to defeat Hitler and the Nazi threat. Incredibly strong, fast, and agile as a result of the super soldier serum, Steve Rogers would go on to save hundreds, if not thousands, of lives during the war and beyond. But Captain America's Jewish creators drew from some very personal sources here, the Jewish legend of the Golem. Joe Simon and artist Jack Kirby co-created Captain America in 1941 in response to Hitler and his army invading much of Europe. At the time, America was staunchly anti-war and would remain so until Pearl Harbor. Simon and Kirby believed that a strong American statement against fascism and anti-Semitism was necessary. Thus create a superhero wrapped in the colors of the American flag. While Steve Rogers himself is not Jewish, every inch of Captain America's creation and costume is influenced by the Jewish Golem narrative, beginning with his creation. In the Golem legend, sometimes referred to as the Golem of Prague, a rabbi creates a being out of clay to protect his community from anti-Semitic attacks. Using secret Hebrew rituals and Kabbalah mysticism, the rabbi imbued the Golem with superior strength and durability. As being of clay, the Golem cannot be corrupted or turned against the Jews in any way. To complete the process, the rabbi wrote the word truth in, assuming Hebrew, on his forehead. The Golem could only be killed if one were to erase the letter meaning death. The Hebrew letter, whatever, is more or less analogous to the English A, which is prominently displayed on Captain America's helmet. Dr. Reinstein is the brilliant Jewish scientist who created the super soldier serum. It can be seen as a stand-in for the rabbi in the Golem legend. Much like the Golem, Steve is frequently depicted as incorruptible, so much so that the infamous 2017 Secret Empire event, which Steve was revealed as a secret Hydra agent, was met with incredulity and hatred from the Marvel faithful. The incredibly patriotic Captain America was created by two Jewish writers in response to a threat against Jews, much like the Golem. Writers frequently take inspiration from their personal lives, yada yada. So he just summarizes.
Yeah, that's total crap though. Like his name's Captain America. Like he clearly embodies American idealism.
Well, that's what they want you to think.
Okay. I got into it again on Twitter because with this stupid Anthony Mackie and this stupid Chris Evans idea. It was like, oh, I don't think he's. I think America is not part of what he represents. It's like that. Okay, then he doesn't get to be Captain America. His name is Captain America. Like he clearly is appealing to the ideals of America, and people think like, oh, America equals the government. It's like, no, that's why he's always arguing with the government because they're both appealing to the idea of America. It frustrates me. You know, I hate to say it, but like, it seems like so many comic fans are just dumb. Like, exactly, Stony Mick. The whole point of like the Golem is like it ends up turning against you. And again, like it's an ethnocentric hero. It only cares about like the people who made it. Captain America is not like that. Like, I'm not. I ain't gonna let it go. People are just. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know if people are dumb or I'm dumb. Which one is it, Angus? Like.
I lean into that revelation of the Golem, and I'm just like, yeah, you can keep Captain America. It's already not interested in him. I like the movies, but seeing that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to see Captain America next week.
You just don't like anything that's connected to Judaism.
It really taints it, honestly.
I don't
really,
think it does, but that's an argument for another day, Angus.
It's like,
Are you sure you're not Catholic? You know, some very Catholic ideas you're throwing around.
Well, it's dude, I get a kick out of that. I see these like crusader types on Twitter trying to like LARP the crusader spirit of Christendom as like warriors, whatever. And then they'll also post like Zionist shit. It's like, we need to be like crusaders, and like, oh, you mean the people that killed Jews on the way to Jerusalem to kill Muslims?
That depends on the crusade.
Especially the first one's the prime one. It's the prime that is the New Hope, that is Crusade Prime, and that's what they did.
Crusade Prime sounds like a Transformer that got banned.
That would be cool. I know I didn't see it, but I know they did that Night Transformers movie where they keep adding more like,
What's up, Baki?
Actually, the Transformers are here in the blankety blank, and then actually they were before now, so they were here this time. Actually, they were here with the dinosaurs, and it's like, look, can you just pick a time? Like, I hate Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
No, they're fine, but it's funny because I had this male feminist roommate in the Army when I was in training for medic school, and he was a film student guy. He just joined for like the GI Bill to finish his degree, and he was talking about Transformers, and he was always crying about the movies, the Bayformers, and how Megan Fox can't act, her stupid face. He really hated Megan Fox. He's a feminist, but he really hated Megan Fox because I guess the sex appeal to her. I don't know. He hated Twilight as well, which women love.
He was a male feminist in the Army?
Yep.
Who was there to impress?
Again, he joined for the GI Bill. He wasn't joining.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well, I mean, this is the state. So when people talk about, they'll find videos, especially of like not white people being like, I joined for the benefits, and it's
everybody joins.
This is why most people join the Army. Like, I'm newsflash, most people don't join for patriotism. Sorry to tell you, most people join for a shitty but steady income, housing payment, medical insurance, and then the GI Bill afterwards for them or their kids. Most people don't join for patriotism. I joined to go to war. I just want to go to war. I'm like a Mandalorian. I just like in Knights of the Old Republic, I always love that Mandalorian character where he's like, we didn't really care about like the winning or losing. We just wanted to fight. We just wanted war. And I was like, yeah, like that resonated with me. That's why I joined. I wanted to be a Marine actually, but I can't swim. And
imagine that.
Yeah, black guy can't swim. Story of
what is up with that though? Like, is that like a real thing?
Well, I probably all of us that could swim either stay in Africa or drown in off the boats when we're trying to escape. That's my guess. So it's a genetic lineage of non-swimmers. That's why we're enslaved.
Genetic lineage of non-swimmers.
How do you think they got us? How do you think they got us? We were in like Jamaica and shit, Puerto Rico, in the coastal regions. None of us swam away. Why do you think that is? We can't swim. It's in our blood. We are like the Navi.
Is it like a muscle density thing or a bone density thing? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we're such good runners. We're tied to the Earth's gravity. We don't float well. That's my guess.
Man, that's funny.
Honestly, I really do think that is like probably there's probably a good percentage of that being true. Actually, that it's just adaptation. It's just evolution. So I'm pretty sure if any of them got free, broke off the boat, could swim, they were just too far away from land, so they just didn't last. And so all of us non-swimmers, the ones that made it to the transatlantic slave trade.
Man, you mean the Arab slave trade?
Well, America wise, talking about transatlantic slave
Yeah.
trade.
Ugh, that's
CG
horrific.
Church is streaming. Cool.
Really? I thought they only did Sundays.
They do whenever. Ruby King, he
Those are
just
very
goes
nice
with it.
guys, man. I loved being on there.
I have not hung out with CG Church yet.
I told
know
them
someone.
about you. I said, you guys need to get Angus on here. He's hilarious.
Well, thank you. You're talking about Ruby King, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, they're funny, man.
Yeah. No, I've listened to a couple of streams. I like them.
Halfway through, you have to start insulting them though, like that one guy. Like,
oh, what?
just-
Cynic?
No, it was a guest they had on there that like just went off like halfway through. And, like it was a total shit show.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you're telling me you had a Ripaverse defense post?
I did. I was forced to do it today.
Can you bring it up? Can you send me a link so I can share it? Or
Yeah. I'll send you the link in a private chat. I've been getting more and more involved in arguments somehow on here. I think more people are just seeing us. I guess that's what it is.
You like my new profile picture?
Which one? The who is that, by the way? Like, is that? I thought it was a real person at first.
let me share.
I was like, does this Indian guy follow me now? Like, what's more power to him? Is it AI?
I guess it's some sort of AI or whatever. Ripoff Verse, the guy who does the puppets on EVS's show.
I'm not familiar. I'll take your word for it.
He was, if you watch Trashcast on EVS's shows, you'll see puppet videos. He was fucking around with something on his iPad, he said this morning. So I saw that. And I'm like, dude, this is too fucking funny. This is better than my.
I saw that one guy argue with you, and then he realized it was you. I didn't realize you changed your name. You got me.
I was going to try to like just straight pretend I'm a ripetard and always like, I was like, nah, I got too much to like detract on Twitter. So it's more of just like, but I kept the name and the, my profile bio. Said, if you check in bio, obviously you have trouble with reading comprehension. It is hashtag, what's your favorite part? Hashtag, we will win. Let me see. Okay, you shared it. All right, let's see. Excited to not see this. Let's check out Godfoes. What the hell happened to that guy? Says the Joseph Santos. Wait, before I share that, I gotta share my store. It's in the description if you want to participate. Mint Salad did a great piece of art I commissioned from her, and she gets a cut. I sold, I think, a few stickers, so I have to send her a few bucks soon.
Also, we are selling, since we're shilling, here's our first book. Our second one is available on Indiegogo. Go buy it. Here, let me pull it up again. This is Apollyon 20XX Volume 1. Volume 2 is on Indiegogo. You can pick up the first book and the second book, as well as Biophile Kolga. It's in the same universe, takes place 1,000 years later. This one is full color.
Color?
It also cannot swim.
Oh, you're so good with those like dry editions.
Go pick that up off Indiegogo today. It's in demand.
Yeah. So yeah, and I suggest I need to do a review of it. I'm just struggling because I want to do like a crafted review. And it's more going to be like, hey, here's the pitch of the book. So otherwise I'll just have to straight spoil it. And I feel like this is really just like a number zero. It's like a number 0 issue, honestly. And so anything I say, I think will be kind of just a spoiler, but it's more gonna be like, imagine this and that and that and this.
It is what it ain't.
That is this. But yeah, go to my Teespring store, 10% off. with code Gothix.
Damn it, Angus.
Chiefly here, you want to get the glove department, which is a new mint salad produced art. I had this idea. If you didn't see, Eric tweeted this thing about getting pulled over by the cops. He took like a Chris Rock photo of his rearview mirror being pulled over by the cops. Someone was like, "Don't do that, Eric. They'll shoot you." He's like, "If they're going to air me out, they would have already done it when I reached for my insurance in the glove department." It's I had this idea.
Why are you going Scotched Earth on this guy?
Have to, man. Did you not see my Rip a Goalpost post?
No, I'll have to look at it.
Yeah,
I don't keep up with this, man. I just see what you post and then I start laughing.
I shared it.
I don't know what you're talking about half the time. I just think it's funny. It's like, oh, somebody's mad at Angus. That's funny. What's funny is like I know people that like hate your guts, and I'm like, man, I think Angus is funny. Like,
that's what's funny is like I'm willing to hang out with you ripitards. It's like y'all the ones that can't take a joke or just be like, yeah, that was silly shenanigans. But
well, I always talk about it on here.
I tell them like I'm like the only detractor. I'm the only detractor. I'm like, buy these books. They're fucking funny. Please buy Eric's
every
books.
time I'm on here, I talk about your pin tweet because it just makes me laugh so much. It's like it's just what kills me is how you actually read the Bible because of the phrasing, like where you put "He has sent me to ridicule not only Isom, even the horseman." Like that phrasing is you'll only find that if you read like the Bible, and that cracks me up, man. Like,
well, I became a fan of the Old Testament writing because of surprisingly Tolkien. It's another reason why I hate Tolkien is once you read the Old Testament, especially read like Dewey Rames or King James, it's like, wow, he really ripped off the flow of the Old Testament. And especially the naming, you know, I think he's said like a lot of it's like Russian based for like these like guttural evil places, but it's also biblical. And so that just makes it cringe as well. Because like George R. R. Martin, and you can say this is the benefit of a precursor creator. Like, you know, we wouldn't have Hendrix without the Beatles breaking the door down with their experimentation in their later years. And so, like, you know, I give credence to Tolkien in that way. It's not that
how nice of you.
Yeah, it's like he really set the standard for like the fantasy world. But I think Martin, you know, benefits from that, but he took advantage of that. And so he further abstracts from history and from religion and mythology. Where it's more seamless. It's not like a 1-for-1 because you have the Catholic Church Light of the Seven, which I didn't realize this till I was researching some of the religion of the world. The Light of the Seven is not a polytheistic religion. It is monotheistic. So even the practitioners, and I don't know if Martin's ever really talked about this, but it's very obvious. Even the practitioners having converted from the old gods to the new gods. The fact they say new gods, that indicates they are thinking polytheistically about the seven when it's really seven shades. Instead of a trinity, it's 7 points of a trinity.
The same God, yeah.
Yeah. And so even the people in the world confuse the polytheistic mindset with their religion unknowingly. I think that's a really interesting idea because I think very obviously, you know, it's easy to say, oh, Vikings converted, you know, Odinism or whatever. Their mythology die with Christendom. It's like, well, I think, you know, especially with the examples like Santeria and stuff, they just transferred the names of like saints and prophets, holy people. They've transferred their gods into those people. So yeah, we're a Christian, you know, like they're just shifting, they're just changing the dressing on the storefront. And I don't think most people realize that it wasn't just a seamless, oh, I just believe in one God that does everything now. Probably not, you know, it's probably a mix, at least internally. I think that's partially why a lot of the stories have survived, even if they're like fragmentary. But yeah, no, it's fun looking back. Like I do research. I'll like look up a topic when I'm making those Bible-based posts about the Rippaverse and my judgment on them. That God sent me to destroy them. I look up usually a lot of Old Testament. I'll have an idea. I'm like, I know they said something like this, and I'll find the verses, and I'll like kind of craft. There's no AI. It's me just kind of one for one. Like, all right, how can I like retool this? What verse is this? Let me make a new chapter. So people will try to actually read the Bible. I'm like, wait, there's only 40 chapters in Exodus. And it's like, well, yeah, because I made up chapter 41. Like,
What's up, Ruby King?
It's to tease further readings. But yeah, let's look at your Godfo Twitter post defending the Rippaverse. And see, this is funny because you shared Rippaverse goalpost. And you didn't see my infamous post.
Is he an arch nemesis of yours?
No, me and EVS love Rippa goalposts because I think it's very obvious he is a double agent, that he is, by sharing detractors to like own them, he's actually promoting them. And it's like he's like posting sideways, actually. That's my guess.
My brain can't think like that.
All right. So you say this is in response to Phantom Initiative claims Eric July inserted his political ideology into the new book, Great War of Segregation. It's hypocritical and
I was going to say that, man. When I watched your video, I almost put Great War of Segregation.
It's hypocritical and double standard when they're making this kind of stuff, but you're saying that this is why Marvel and DC is failing. All right, so I haven't listened to that clip, but first off, I watched EV Comics. He was triggered by this book. Because like Eric said, he's leaving his politics at the door. This is a political book, and I'm like, both can be true. I'm actually defending Eric on this point. Like, leaving your politics at the door is, first of all, it's just a front because he got busted. Us digging into the Soska sisters are total woke retards. They're not Christian. It's all LARP. They're just trying to pander. Because
I like EV Comics though. He's a nice guy.
He's funny. He's funny. Yeah. He's so close. He's right on the edge of detracting. He's about to break, and it's glorious. It's beautiful because he keeps trying, like, well, hey, I like the Rippaverse and like what Eric's doing, but like
you should have him on.
Half of his videos are like, yeah, these books sucks.
You should have him on, man.
I've offered,
really?
and he's declined. We'll try again. Maybe he just needs to finally just get like flicked off the cliff of detracting, and he'll come into the fold. And then maybe he'll spill beans at networking with like Rippetards in the background to shill and whatnot. And like, yeah, it's all a LARP. It's all fake. No one likes these books. No one reads them.
I can't keep up with backroom stuff, man. I'm too tired.
But anyway, you say a comic book about a war doesn't de facto make this book political, even when it represents the political ideologies of the characters. How else could you write it? Any more than a book is religious because characters in the story follow a religion, or a book being sexual because characters exist in the story. And the only way for human beings to exist is because their parents copulated. Now, if the book heavily leans towards pushing libertarian ideas as true and good over all opposing ideas and goes out of its way to try to convince you of this, then there's a point to be made.
That's probably what will happen. I get that.
Marvel and DC have openly featured leftist political ideas in their book and advocated for them through those books. This makes those books political as opposed to presenting ideas as story work, propaganda versus art. Even if one were to feature politics in their books, what are those politics? Are they liberal or leftist? America has openly embraced even heavily propagandistic liberal art, individual rights, property rights, freedom of religion, equality, etc., and outright rejected leftist ideas. Saying presenting liberal or libertarian ideas is the same as DC presenting leftist ideas is just wrong. That's like saying presenting Buddhist ideas is the same as presenting Nazi ideas. Art is not necessarily political, and even when art features politics, it is not the same as propaganda. There are also varying degrees of propaganda allowed within art. I have my own issues with the reverse, but this is an unbelievably reductive and childish attempt at an own. I've said this in stream, that EV's assessment, like, he's kind of proving he's just a triggered leftist, and he probably doesn't belong in that fandom to begin with, if that's the case.
I just hate that. I hate that idea, man. There are people who live their whole life with this idea of like politics as an all consuming, permeating God, and it's just not. It's a terrible idea. Like it is the postmodern idea, and I hate it.
You put a political idea in a book. This is political. And it's like
they think it's
not
only
war
that
happens.
They think every human interaction is politics. Like I've had this discussion. They think everything that any kind of discussion is political.
Okay,
I hate it. I hate it.
No, it was saying I wasn't following you on the side. I'm like, what?
No, you definitely follow me.
No, I had to double check. 'Cause it said it had it like follow Godphone. I'm like, don't I? Like,
what's up, Baki? I love having you on, man.
But yeah, let me. No, I totally agree. Now let me pull up my post of goalpost because I'm very, very happy that he caught this because it's making them all gnash their teeth. It's pretty funny stuff. Let me share this. Let me say hi to the chat first. Where did I drop
Got
off?
some good people in here, man.
Yeah. Also, the story of the Golem is that the rabbi fucked up big time, lost control of his creation, and got a lot of people hurt. Doesn't that happen with Captain America though? Like he's actually just a misused tool.
Was it Bendis that wrote that? I forget who wrote those.
I'm not talking about the
Kwanzaa
Secret
that wrote
Empire or
that
whatever.
one?
What's up, Backy? Hellenic Christianity through Orthodox Christianity is awesome, and we need it more in the U.S. Yeah, I plan to go to Orthodox Church in Columbus Sunday. It's just, again, I'm not Christian, but I'm familiar, especially with liturgical Christianity like that. Real Christianity, in my opinion. I love the environment. It's somber. It's reverent. It's not like a party, which is retarded. But also listening to the select readings and then the homily. That's really what I'm there for. I'm there to hear, it's just to get my juices flowing mentally. Because if I'm just by myself and it's like, oh, this is the readings for this week, and I just read them, I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe it'll be like a fragment, but hearing a priest kind of try to add context and blend the readings together, that's what I'm going to go for.
I love Stony. They call Stony Mick will drop some theology on you and then post his porn drawings.
I love them too. They're creative.
Interesting fella.
Yeah, I already answered. The Joseph is July doing panels for a government senator out of Texas. I don't know what you mean. So he had a post recently about networking with the government. Michael says air books are so bad they are funny, worth buying for the laughs. Exactly. I'm the only detractor that tells you directly every time, buy these books. If anything, us detractors are the only thing that's going to generate revenue in the future for Eric. So
it's so strange because I don't have anything against Eric July. I don't detract, but I can't sit and say with a straight face that I think his books are good because I don't. I think they're very bad.
You gotta. Wait, which ones have you read?
ISOM 1, Yaira, Alpha Core. I think I stopped after 1. I don't remember reading any of
you
the
didn't read ISOM 2? You gotta read ISOM 2.
I can't bring myself to do that.
You got to. It's so good, dude. Especially if you look in hindsight with the Flashcast, the infamous Flashcast stream with Eric and EVS and then Dick and Vito. The first half is EVS trying to hey man, I think Dick's reviews got real points to it. You should heed his criticism, and he was. I saw
the debate between Dick Masterson and him. I did see that one.
Yeah, that was
the
funny.
first one. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, it's funny because EVS was trying to talk about how he started his world with a cataclysm, and then you're following after kind of this Walking Dead scenario with the robot frog. And Eric's like, oh, you got to start small. But then book 2 goes to fucking hell monkeys and a dark side hell monkey as a future threat. So that's 2 issues. And it's what? And the whole point of the first book is save this girl from the assumption of
she doesn't want to be saved. She's
the
fine.
Assumption of prostitution, and then he just lets her go. And we have no follow through thus far of where's Jasmine? So it's a great time. I love it.
It would be hilarious if every book started with his mom calling him. Eric, I need you to go to hell and fight some monkeys. I don't really want to, Mom, but you're gonna talk about me at church, so.
There's a nuclear threat from Russia.
Damn it, Mom.
I don't want her to be talking at church.
What wasn't the motivation something like she's gonna tell everybody at church that I'm awful or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's like why the
don't
fuck do
remember
I
it.
care? And it's like, well,
Mom will be mad.
yeah.
His mom's in the van, like the guy that works with Punisher.
Yeah, we got the lovely Katie did in the His A. Hello, Katie. Thank you for joining.
Oh, unironically, go buy Eric's books. Like, more power to the guy. I got nothing against the guy. I read like those 2 or 3 books, and I didn't care for him.
Got Ruby King in the house. What's up? I think you are streaming as well, but thanks for saying hello. We'll have to link up soon.
That dude's hilarious, man.
We tried like a week or two ago, but like he had like some scheduling conflict, so you didn't get him on. But
He had
not
scheduling conflicts in his laundry room. I give him hell about. He streams from his laundry room. Give him hell about that.
Yes, theology is fun, Stoney.
I think so. I wish I knew more of it. I really need to read like Aquinas and Augustus more and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have time.
Yeah, I love this.
Have you read Beowulf, man?
Years ago when I was in high school, I read Canterbury Tales in English class, and I loved it. And so then I read
picked
Beowulf.
up a copy of that the other day. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, I went to the local bookstore here, like a used bookstore, got it for like $2.
Oh, dude, yeah, I get so many random books that I haven't cracked open yet from the library.
I got Gaiman and the Green Knight, and
did you see the movie?
I hated it.
Why?
Absolutely.
I don't know the story, so
it totally shits all over the story. That's why I hated it. Yeah, it's a total deconstruction at the end. It's a total. I don't know. I don't think you'll care for it.
I know I've seen the movie. I saw it in theaters, and I liked the experience. I didn't know what the fuck I was like taking in, but I liked the experience.
The ending is total shit. Like in the book,
the tree god guy or whatever.
Yeah, in the book, the Green Knight like nicks his neck as a warning and lets him go, and it's a triumph of like Christianity over paganism. It's not like it's not this muddled crap like the movie, like who knows what happens and there's a girl king at the end for some reason. Like it's actually a virtuous tale and he's actually a good person in the book.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan.
No.
I love it, but it's actually based on a graphic novel called Sandcastles, and I think it's from like France, maybe. But I ended up reading the book thanks to the movie, and the book is they didn't really give it an ending. Like the ending they end up like shifting the story to like some story about like you don't know if it's like a true story in the world, but it's like a story about like some like Islamic king or higher up guy.
Oh, it's got Thomas and Mackenzie in it. I do have to see it.
Yeah, he wants to like live forever, or he's trying to like shield himself from like death or something. So he like stones himself off from the world, but then he never like enjoys. He's so paranoid, he never just lives life.
That's Pink Floyd's The Wall, my dude.
Not a big Pink Floyd guy.
You should be.
So I don't know. I listen to it, but I don't ever listen to the words really, besides the chorus. I'm a music guy. I'm not a lyrics guy. So I don't know what the message of the fucking story is in their music. It's whatever. Thing with Mastodon, the only reason I know AC/DC lyrics because I listen to it so much.
I can't understand a word of Mastodon. I'm wearing a Mastodon shirt right now, actually.
Nice. But yeah.
Did I send you that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it on my shrine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought I made you a poster. I want to make sure I sent it to you.
Yeah, it's on my Aphrodite shrine. But shit, what were we just saying? Talking about music.
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Yeah. Well, why were you saying Pink Floyd? It was something to me.
Because like this guy that like walls himself off from the world, doesn't want to feel anything.
Yeah. So that's like a story going on in the comic, and then it like relates back to the story of the people on the beach. And at the end of it, they just make sandcastles. The 2 kids left that are like dying as adults. They just they're still mentally kids. They're just like, they know their time's coming, but they just like enjoy the time they have. That's like the parable of the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fable. They didn't really give it a ending, and that was purposeful because they couldn't figure out an ending. So they just left it like open, but obviously they're going to die on the beach. There's no resolution. Old, there's a definite resolution to the beach and why it works and stuff. It's a Shyamalan twist. It's got problems with like reality, obviously, of like how they resolve, because it ends up being like this drug corporation is in control of this mysterious beach element.
This sounds like Lost.
But I like both. Some people like, oh, this sucks because of the stupid twist. If they've read the book, they probably hate it. But I like both versions. And the whole point I'm bringing that up is I'm actually fine with people adapting stories and making it completely different in some way. Because like some of that's like copyright, basically, to copyright their own version of a story. But like Little Mermaid, you can't really copyright, but you can copyright the movie adaptation that you do on the story.
Yeah.
And so you make it little differences here and there, or make it extremely different just with the template of the Little Mermaid. I'm fine with that. It's like a new addition to the idea. You know, it's like Nosferatu versus Dracula, basically the same fucking story.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't mind if things are different. My beef with Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is that it was a complete inversion of the original story. It was like a blatant spit in the face of it.
I'm fine with that. It doesn't take away the other thing existing. Now, if it was like Birth of a Nation, where some black guy in his like BLM
went from Pink Floyd to the Green Knight, he just brings up Birth of a Nation out of nowhere.
I know Birth of a Nation from a film class, and I know it's like importance in film history. All right, regardless of the message.
There are other films that are important in film history, but your brain immediately went to Birth of a Nation.
Well, it is like a truly foundational film. It's the first White House viewing. So it is like just a historically relevant film.
God,
but
that's funny.
You know, when like the BLM craze started with like Trump taking office, they did the new Birth of a Nation, which is not a remake of that movie. It's just stealing the name and making some slave revolt story, because they're trying to like
That really happened? There's a real movie called New Birth of a Nation.
No, it's called Birth of a Nation, and it's obviously named that to try to smother and. If you're aware of the old Birth Nation, it's obviously there to smother the original and be like a complete counter. I'm fine with both existing though, but obviously I get the sentiment of why Birth of a Nation 2017 or whatever is made.
2016 film. Wow, I had no idea this existed.
Yeah.
God.
Michael says, let's talk about Song of the South next.
Is it as cringe as it looks?
I never saw it. Like, even back then, I was pretty racist.
That's such a funny phrase, man. Such a funny sentence. That was racist. Yeah, Song of the South is just point. Yeah, I didn't like Song of the South as a kid. I thought it was boring.
I only know the clip of like the black guy singing the skippity doo dah or whatever.
Oh yeah. He loved
that's
loved that
that's
movie.
jovial.
Yeah.
That's jovial. Like I don't know why. I don't know the further context of the movie to be like, why would you like hide this movie?
People are mad at everything, man.
But no, I was supposed to show you my post on Ripper Gold Post.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been highlighted on his account. Last time was
you gotta get those numbers up.
I know, but I'm starting the new year off right. So this is a clip from a week or two ago with me and Rookie. So he says, detractor and Eric July, he deserves his company to be completely destroyed, to be homeless and unemployed. This is a true.
I did see that.
It didn't just change the dynamics of North America. It altered the entire world.
No, I'd love to see
Some
that
call it
in
the
effect in any shape or form at all.
You know, so it's like, no, Eric, even though I don't want him to ever go away because I love laughing at his shit, he really does deserve his fucking company to just be completely destroyed and to be homeless, to be unemployed. It's a truly horrible fucking person. It's not even about your comics suck, you're hibbity jibbity fake gangster. No, it's like you're a real piece of shit trying to get someone thrown in jail and possibly killed because of a joke. Especially if you're a libertarian, you're all about no government and stuff. Complete bitch. So everything I say about these books is like legitimate criticism. I am legitimately entertained. Stuff is legitimately funny to me, but also I do kind of take serious, aside from the criticism, trying to like be objective. I really do take serious the kind of joke about God sent me to run the company. It's like I'm kind of not joking. Actually, I actually have a real fervor to fucking wreck this guy. Whatever little aspect, little chink I can cut out of the armor to collapse this company, I'm here for it. Trying to get someone put in jail and possibly killed in that environment, I think that's way fucking worse. And you should have your life wrecked for it.
Damn it, Angus!
So,
I'm going to bed for you over
have
this.
like a legit crusade against Eric. It's beyond just funny for me. There's a real cry of justice here that he deserves.
Disavow.
Indeed.
But he deserves my money for the laughs he gives.
True. We do pay for the books.
Why are you hiding your face, Dan?
Or from Texas.
Going to bed. Good night.
Oh, where'd you go, Dan? Why are you hiding from me? Let me catch up with the chat here. Stoney says, Song of the South is just boring. I don't know. He also says, don't settle for casual racism. Be competitive. Exactly. Michael thinks this art looks worse than anything before it. I disagree. I think the art looks fine, but it's probably 3D assets.
A 3DS?
No, 3D assets. I know you're going for a joke there.
Yep. Give me just a second.
Okay. But while Dan is figuring that out, we will be probably after he leaves talking about Neil Gaiman getting further canceled. Got new revelations in this ongoing fiasco for him. Unfortunately, more cancel culture. You could say it's earned given his stances that he's taken. But gotta stand against cancel culture in all forms. We can laugh at it and say it's karmic justice. And then also be looking at Gothix, her appearance on Simpcast at Chrissy Mayer, and probably looking at some comic books coming out this week because I'm trying to be more attentive to game planning before I just go to the comic store and just see what's on the shelf. Not that I buy most comics, I just buy like Image usually, Spawn of course, but the last week I saw some really cool covers, want to investigate, so I can get a little excited about comics, and maybe y'all can tell me some campaigns to look for as well.
I have one for you.
Pass. No, I know. I plan to back you.
I must shill, for I have an artist who doesn't get paid.
Yeah, Neil is getting canceled again, or he's getting more super canceled.
What's your opinion on Sydney Sweeney? We never went down that rabbit hole. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's why I watched the movie Immaculate, where she bursts an Antichrist and then kills it.
She kills it? Good for her.
Yeah, it's like she's like a really devoted nun, goes to this nunnery. She gets like, I don't know if they like recruit her or what, but she ends up going to like Italy in some secluded nunnery. I don't know the correct terminology for where nuns go, but yeah, she goes and it starts getting weird, and she's having like weird trips and shit. Ends up she's getting and she has like a miraculous birth or pregnancy, and so they're all kind of like venerating her as like another Mary, basically.
Oh, it turns out they're evil, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's good. Well, I mean, you could argue she's good because she like it's like Rosemary's Baby kind of plot, but she kills the baby. So I don't know what commentary is behind the film, what's been said about it. I just knew it was like Sweeney, nun. she's hot, so let me check it out. But I've not watched Euphoria. I know there's some good booby scenes of that, but I have to endure Zendaya and drug use. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
eventually.
I've never gotten the Zendaya thing, man. Like,
oh, dude. Well, I mean,
it.
Again, if you pay attention to who owns the media, Dan, you will start to understand the forced diversity, the forced propaganda of miscegenation, which is a new term I've learned thanks to wacko Christians. I don't know if you've heard this, but supposedly the original translation of like the Septuagint Bible for adultery, thou shalt not commit adultery, was meaning it's like a 1-for-1 parallel to miscegenation, which is race mixing. So there's this argument, I guess, in Old Christendom that race mixing was also considered adultery.
That doesn't make sense because I think Moses race mixed.
Yeah, didn't Moses? Isn't it like
So did,
common assumption his wife was black?
Yeah, Ethiopian or something like that. And I think what's her name? Rahab wasn't Jewish, and she's in the lineage of Jesus.
What race was Moses?
Rahab was she a Canaanite?
Did Moses marry a black woman? She was a Cushite. Yeah, Cush is like Central Africa.
Rahab was a Canaanite.
Yeah, most modern scholars believe that Cushite wife was indeed dark skin, reflecting a racial.
Ruth was a Moabite, but yeah, still. No, I think that translation seems pretty stupid.
I'm like, again, this is where my argument: if you're a white supremacist, a white nationalist, you shouldn't be Christian. You should be. I mean, my commentary today is like, I don't think paganism matches with like racial supremacy, except if you're like Jewish. That obviously is a racial supremacist religion. But I think pretty much all other religions, even if they're like centric to a culture, they're open to all races. That's kind of the point. You're trying to convert people.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's my just
about the pagan religions to say that.
That's my surface interpretation, especially given like Aphrodite is probably rooted in Ishtar, which is what, Babylonian, Medite. Becky says the New Testament changed that with interracial marriages. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, there's no getting around. Christianity was a more universalist religion.
Yeah, like there's the famous Black Emperor that they show with Denzel in Gladiator 2. He was, I think, Algerian, if I'm not mistaken. It's like West Africa. So even if he wasn't black, he was probably like a Berber or something like that. Some sort of like Arabic North African.
Barbar the elephant?
Berber. And it doesn't, the conflict of him being emperor doesn't seem so much racial as opposed to he didn't really integrate into Rome proper. He basically made the capital, I think, Antioch, which is Turkey. So he was kind of always setting himself outside of the Roman elite class. That seems to be the main conflict of his, on top of kind of like rigging himself to be emperor, killing the remaining twin before him.
Yeah, I need to catch up on my Roman history.
Yeah, that's like people complain about historical accuracy with these movies, and it's like learning just from like a 45-minute podcast by the Ancients on Spotify, these specialists for that era of Rome. You hear the plot of the real what we know, and you watch Gladiator 2, and you're like, God, this is so disappointing. Like you could have just took the history of Rome and still integrated gladiator shit in it. It made a way more interesting plot line, but
well, at least I mean,
it's still a gateway for you to learn about history. So I appreciate historically inaccurate films.
I mean, Gladiator 1 had, some, I guess, neoliberal kind of stuff in it.
Dude, oh wait, I gotta say this since you're saying that.
Yeah.
I've noticed this. I rewatched Mad Max Fury Road after watching Furiosa, which Furiosa is fucking awesome.
I've heard it's good, yeah.
Dude, it really is good. It did not deserve to fail like it did at the box office. And they've probably ruined getting a Mad Max anime and a Mad Max sequel. But anyway, one thing I've noticed, and especially with my like anti-democracy sentiments is how much they try to force democracy in stories that make no fucking sense. Like Mad Max Fury Road, the end is like, oh, water for all the people. And it's like they're going to die in a week thanks to your egalitarian equality bullshit. Immortan Joe was a necessary evil.
Almost call him Samoa Joe, like the wrestler Samoa Joe. Yeah, it seemed the movie kind of showed that they had all that water, but I mean, how long does it last, unless you ration it out. And he'd built a functioning society. Like,
yeah,
I didn't like that he enslaved, like several women. That was pretty awful, but
no, that's good. You've seen that meme, right? Of like, there's this funny response people will say where it's like, this is why every culture, society, and religion has like, controlled women. I think, it's a funny meme, but I think it really holds water. Actually, there's a spirit of women that's the value to me with the Old Testament, the Genesis story, the Garden of Eden. They're you can say it's like, oh, it's written by men to control it. It's like there's like a real through line by completely different cultures that all kind of subjugate
men wanted to
control
spirit. Women. Why did they invent marriage?
I think marriage is to control women.
Why didn't they just have slaves?
It's a property exchange. That's why you have a dowry.
But they already have slaves. Why do they need marriage?
For the aristocratic class.
That doesn't make sense. It wasn't an aristocratic class back in like the whatever Iron Age, whatever the hell I'm talking about.
Clan leaders. I mean, you're talking about like Walking Dead type of societies.
But you still had like slaves. Like, why would you need wives that also get to own some of your property and make decisions? It doesn't make sense if they hated women and wanted to control them that they would invent marriage. You see what I'm saying? They already had slaves.
Well, I think. I mean, it's hard to abstract from like prehistory and like cavemen, that era of hunter gatherers, but once you get agriculture, it's when you get formalized religion and governments, and it's all like resource accrual and preservation. I think they all kind of go hand in hand. And so marriage is a way to like usually people are dynastic. So you have a through line of like, all right, the king's dead, the prince is now king, he gets all the spoils, he continues the line. It's just like simple logic. Or you do like a Wakanda, like a lobster fight, whatever you want to call it.
Every time I hear that word now, I imagine Michael B. Jordan at the beginning of that movie when he's correcting the stupid white woman, and he goes, "It's Wakandan." he says it so viciously for Michael B. Jordan. He goes, "No, it's Wakandan." It's like, every time I hear Wakanda now, I have to put the stank on it that he does.
Well, no, like, even though it's kind of arbitrary, including this retarded tribal fight for the supreme head of state, the idea of like, oh, well, it may not be dynastic, or it might change hands. The dynasty might change hands genetically. There's still like a hierarchy. Like a guy earns it, and that's down to like lobsters do this with mating.
Jordan
it's like
Peterson.
Yeah, the whole wimpy lobster idea.
I'm not
like,
just messing with you.
That really holds water. Psychologically, like there's a temporal baseline across animal kind, it seems.
I still don't get it though. I think if men only created power and wanted to subjugate women, they'd have just had a slave class. I don't think marriage makes sense.
Well, you want your special lady. You don't want like, oh, that's just, it's like my slave Hagar. No, this is my wife Ruth. This is pussy worthy of my name.
I see. I don't understand that mentality. I gotta tell you.
It makes sense. Well, it's like, all right, you have a wife. If you had a side chick or a prostitute, it's like, yeah, it's like fun to fuck. Maybe I have a bastard, but he's never getting my throne. He's never getting my spoils in life. He's not on the inheritance. He's like sub,
sub-Saharan,
subhuman. He's beneath. He's not fully integrated. He's a half breed. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
I like hearing you pontificate, man.
Well, I say it so like loosey goosey, but like there really is a through line, I think, in history with like marriage stuff. But yeah, I think it really is tied to agriculture and religion. Because I think before, like, have you ever read Clan of the Cave Bear?
No, that sounds awesome. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Jane Ale, I think's her name. She wrote this in like the late 70s or early 80s. She went to a prehistoric like survival class or something, assuming how people survive with like tool use and stuff, from just the bare earth. And she used that to like make this story. And it's pretty interesting because
so she lied.
It's assumptive historical fiction of the time, of like basically the crossing of modern man, Cro-Magnon man, whatever, with Neanderthals. And so you got this little girl who's Cro-Magnon man. Her tribe gets killed in this earthquake that hit the region, but she was like by the river or the lake, so she survived because that area didn't get affected. But she's alone now. She's wandering. She's orphaned. She ends up crossing this tribe of Neanderthals that lost their cave. All right. Now there's a real difference in the people. So the Neanderthals don't speak. They might like make like guttural noises or growls or whatever. They don't speak, but they inherit sign language. They just know sign language. And so any of like physical, like laughing, showing your teeth, that's like monkey language. That's barbaric. That's
haram.
Violent. If you show your teeth, it's like it's an aggressive symbol. But you got this girl, it's like laughing and stuff. She's already grown up to like 5.
So she's clearly their god.
No, she is, an oddity. But the like shaman, the like healer woman, she takes in this daughter because she's been assumed barren. Now you kind of figure out she probably was aborting all her kids because she was a medicine woman, so she knew how to like make abortifacients. But it's assumed that she's like a barren woman, so she's never like gotten really with the guy after her husband's dead. And her brother is the shaman. He's a cripple, but his utility is he's like in line with the gods or whatever. And so it's a story of her growing up from like 5 to about 14. She gets raped by the tribe leader's kid, and he becomes a tribe leader. And then she has this half breed who can't speak, but he does have like some humanistic, like modern us humanistic features and stuff, but he doesn't speak. He does the sign language stuff, and she ends up getting exiled because she in her secret time she figures out how to use a sling, and that's haram for women can't use hunting tools. But she saves someone, so they don't kill her, but they exile her. So the next book is her in her exile, Valley of the Horses. And I didn't finish the series because they're really long books, but also there's like this whole feminist undertone to all the shit. I didn't realize this when I was a kid. Second book, she finds a guy that's hurt, another Cro-Magnon guy, and she takes him in, helps fix him up, and they start fucking. And the woman wrote pretty, at least for high school, she wrote some pretty sexy scenes, and it was nice. So that was, and just prehistoric setting is fun.
Did she use the word quiver a lot?
I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't read them in like 12 years, but I own like at least half of them. She did like 6 or 7 books. What's annoying is there's all these like prophetic allusions. I was reading spoilers. It's like these prophetic dreams she has about like her son. She has 2 sons at least. She has like a normal son, and she has that previous rape baby from the Neanderthal. And so there's always like kind of illusions that like they're going to clash directly, and it never happens in the series. So I'm like, why? What? I kind of ruined the readership for myself because it's like, that sounds cool. It sounds epic. This like transfer of power from the Neanderthals to the Cro-Magnon. The idea is that the Neanderthals are like stunted evolutionarily, that like they've hit their peak, and so they're just like buying their time right basically.
I've hit my peak.
But yeah, no, it's a good read. It's a good read, at least for the time. Maybe now I'd be like, feminist trash.
It's
woke. DEI book.
Probably. Like,
well, there is, okay, what's interesting sexually in the book, aside from just like explicit sex scenes, eroticism, whatever, in the second book.
Wieners.
I want to say the third book, like they start integrating with a new tribe, and they got a black guy. And so there's like this love triangle.
He's like the cool guy.
I don't know.
White people hunt like this. He's doing like a
The old
a
just spear
Def Jam-
sideways.
He's doing like a Def Jam bit from like '93.
No, Clan of the Cave Bear was that and Fountainhead were like the two most like transformative books for me as a kid in high school.
I have Fountainhead, but I haven't read it yet. I've read Anthem.
Dude,
and,
Fountainhead is great. I've not read any other Rand shit.
You should
I've
read
watched,
Anthem.
I've watched stuff about her. I was conflicted reading the book because she's like anti-communist, but then she's promoting this like altruism bullshit, and I'm like, what? This seems kind of the same. What? Because
she's very strange. Like she I don't know. She somebody described her as not having all the good answers, but having great questions.
Yeah, I think she's overrated. I think
she's underrated.
You know, well,
I think she's side rated.
There's have you ever watched Wisecrack videos?
Oh god, not in like 6 years, 7
Dude,
years.
I mean, they've gotten pretty woke now since Jared left.
Woke.
I think
Woke.
Jared kept them pretty centrist. I watched Jared from time to time on his solo channel. I think he moved to like the Netherlands, but they had some sort of falling out, or it might have just been like sponsorship issues with creating their stuff, and now they're having to like lean into their sponsorship shit, and that was hindering their creativity, and he just left. But I love that channel. That was always my goal, was to make a channel like that, be like a big catch-all, or it's like pop culture philosophy.
And instead you
NFL.
got Rookie.
I love Rookie. It's funny because Rookie will just like have such like odd perspectives of just like, he's in like this space where it's like Star Wars and Marvel and shit, and all the interesting commentary you can have with it, the introspection on humanity in various ways. But then he appreciates that, and he's really smart. But then other ways, it's like just a blank chalkboard. Like some of the ideas have just never crossed his mind. I'm just like perplexed. So when you get in these arguments, or like one time we argued about for like an hour about, well, I actually argued about Snyderverse with him one time because he only seen it in theaters, the Batman vs Superman.
Oh yeah, he's
and right when we started the movie, he was like bitching about the Pearl scene at the start, and Batman flying and stuff. And I'm like, so I started arguing about like all the adaptations of Batman just on film, and why Snyder had such a like brilliant new delivery for the fucking repetitive Martha and Thomas Wayne death scene, you know, and how he captured it and how he put like ideas. Also, it was all about like him trying to break the mold and present a repetitive story plot in a new way that I think is pretty brilliant, legitimately.
Oh yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah, it was fun because we were arguing for like an hour actually about this before we even continued watching the movie. We have a lot of good conversations that we should record actually and upload, because then it's like you try to regather it and it's like it's not the same, you know, as like you hear the moment of like, what you think this, and then we like have a good healthy argument, you know, and not always convincing each other, but definitely like one was Thanos in Infinity War, because a lot of people were like, that's not the same Thanos. I like Thanos in Infinity War. This guy is just maniacal, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, short of it, this is the same Thanos with new information. It's like if you went in Breaking Bad, all right, and his first kill of the like drug dealer when he's debating killing him.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you flip the script and it's like, all right, Walter White, as we know at that point, but he knows this guy's trying to kill him. There's not even a doubt. And then he just kills him directly. That's the same Walter White. He just has new information to act on. And that's what Thanos is. It's the same character from 2014, but he knows he completes his goal of the gauntlet, and it gets undermined by the Avengers with time travel. And so now he knows I do win. And so it's the same goal. He just adjusts it based on new information. It's the same character. He had a benevolent view of his goal, given his own world's experience and their snuffing out from the universe. So he has like an altruistic goal in mind, however pervasive you think it is. He's got like a through line of like religious devotion. And my guess, when he snaps the gauntlet, he leaves himself subject to death. That's my guess. That's what makes him a very noble villain, in my view. That's my like writing the unsaid parts of the story. You know, I admit that. But given everything that he goes through, I think he really subjects himself to death in his snap. And yeah, so I think he's the same character, but a lot of people don't, and I argue same guy. I don't know how you feel about that.
It's an interesting perspective, my dude. I think you should do a 4-hour breakdown of Thanos.
My first real video is actually about philosophy of Thanos.
You should do it again.
I've thought about it. Because I think I made it after Infinity War. I don't think Endgame came out yet when I made it. But that was such a eye-opening character to me, especially when
you said white Thanos snapped like this. I'm never gonna let that die.
Dan's always got to make it racist.
Oh yeah, I do. That's it. That's why it says White Evans in my name.
Hey, I just try to, enlighten you to notice more. That's really it.
I don't have the energy for that, Angus.
That's really it. It's just the noticing. It's like, hey, if you're a white supremacist, Christianity's kind of retarded to be a part of for you.
Well, I'm not that first one. I'm a Christian, not a white.
That's always my like hang out watching Nick Fuentes when he's like, oh yeah, like the white racist stuff, and he's like Jesus Christ and the Catholic.
Are you sure that dude's not like Catholic, like psyop or counter Catholic psyop?
No, I think he's like, given everything he's gone through, I think he's truly devoted in his worldview, and some of it may be skewed based on the environment pushing him that way. He's having questions, and then he gets silent. So then I think the environment has made him more radical in his beliefs on certain avenues. I'm trying to talk around because of YouTube, so
I'm just ignorant to the fact. I'm about to fall asleep, Angus.
No, you're fine, man. I'm just enjoying you while I got you until you just crash.
Yeah,
out.
man. I should be more free this month though. Like our campaign's done, and we're not putting out another one for like a couple of months. So I should be able to like actually not just shill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, before you go though, you were saying like I was vouching for you, and then you saw the video. So like, what were you talking about? Who are you vouching to?
Oh, just everybody that I meet. Just like, because in my head mostly, really, Angus is like, no, I want this man to like crumble. Like, I've come on here several times and told you I like you, Angus, because you're just like you're trolling. It's a joke, and then out of nowhere you're like, no, I want him to fail.
Well, it's a duality. I have this calling from God to destroy him.
It's a duality.
But then I really love.
So you're the real victim.
Yeah. It's Riley than me.
The woke are trying to destroy you. The woke within your own soul.
Well, I mean, I think ripitards are the woke. They're the ones that have no sense of humor. That is like calling card number one with SJWs. So they have no sense of humor. And
does that term even mean social justice warrior anymore?
Because
I don't know any people.
Well, actually, no. These people are social justice warriors, even if like there's an overlap with black people in SJWs in this conversation, because I think there's a big block of supporters that are black guys that are in this comic space, and so they got through. Like Eric was their avatar, and there's kind of like this rap game idea of
white people read comics like this.
There's this I think there's this similarity of like rap stars and Eric for the fandom that Eric has, that these guys, they don't really think about the commentary of the music and how it's really just ultimately celebrating the destruction of black society, of black families, etc. With like the crime, the violence, whatever. Like there's an extension of rap being like in Spirit of the Blues, singing about the plight of the black man. But then there's a subversion with that because it's glorifying it, where it's like, I get money. It's like, well, if you break it out, like, how did you get the money? It's like, well, I slung dope in the hood. It's like, well, who lives in the hood? It's like, well, the black people. And it's like, so you're victimizing other black people for your own gain. And so there's like this alpha male appeal with like the bitches and the cars, the Jordans, the chains, whatever, that they generally the music will promote with like the pageantry of the rap star, of the gangster, whatever. But they like ignore.
P Diddy was part of that, peacocking that.
Yeah, in his own way.
No, I mean, like, literally, like, I've heard like the conspiracies of that, of like maybe like rap music was like a psyop to destroy like the black community.
Oh, I think especially again, who produces most of the music, Dan?
It's the Italians. We know. You keep hitting on the Italians, Angus.
Those Italians in their little hats. You're right. But no, with all that, I think Eric has that same kind of fandom in this comic space for black guys. He's like this one real big voice of a black guy in this space that's not woke.
Yeah,
it's not the blurred with the nerd blurred whatever guy, shit like that, where it's like, this is a wokey black guy that's like, oh boy, diversity. You know, it's like Eric's like bitch ass roads and diversity, forced inclusion, Fauci.
Bitch ass roads. That's a real quote though, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like, don't be coming to a libertarian about no bitch ass roads. Yeah, it's a real quote. I might be paraphrasing a bit, but it really is like almost word for word.
Quote the Eric.
But I really think a lot of the fandom, even if they're not black, there's like this kind of rap centric idea mentality, and so they see Eric as, they don't think about the story sucks or not. They think, well, it made money, and so he's successful. So I want to do that. I could do that. I could break in. I can make a story, make $3 million. And so they don't think about what is the quality, what's the value story. And then also I think they maybe resonate with like the hot-headed ISOM and not realize how brittle a story that actually is, because it doesn't have like weight.
Hey, Keely.
And so with that, you have this dealing with black conservatives where it's like, you can't really trust most black conservatives because at the end of the day, they're probably still black supremacists. They probably still have this like well ingrained in black society hatred of white people. Even if they're like, yeah, vote for Trump. It's like, well, they vote for Trump because they've been convinced like, well, maybe he'll make it better for black people. It's not about America in general. It's really, there's this like implicit black focus. And yeah, I think there's an overlap. And so with that, there's like this wokeness element, and you see it in the commentary where you criticize Eric, and it's like all the time they're like attacking a successful black businessman. They always got to throw the race in the defense of Eric. It's implicitly woke. It's implicitly SJW, even if they're not blanket diversity inclusion warriors. The black is the defense. That's been a huge cog of Eric's success. Is black. It's why he's this token for like political commentary with like the Blaze and stuff. It's why people want to get him on, because he's a racial defense for what otherwise would just be blanket. Oh, you're just a racist. That's why you vote for Trump, or like conservative ideas. You hate the trans, you hate the gay, whatever the case. He is a shield in some way for his colleagues, his peers on YouTube. And yeah, I think it's really subterfuge. I think it's a subversion. And yeah, so they are SJWs, I think, implicitly. Again, humorlessness is a big SJW like dog whistle. They can't take jokes on themselves. They can't just admit like, yeah, we fucked up there. Haha, you got us, you know. EVS is like, I'm fat and gay. Yeah, my books are late. Shit, you know. I draw really detailed, so it takes fucking forever. And I'm lazy sometimes. I stream too much. He takes it on the chin. He's humorous. Eric has no fucking humor to him, and his fans by extension have no humor to him. So I think there really is large strokes, at least, a real overlap with SJWs and Eric and the fandom.
I got you. I understand your critique.
And so, yeah, got to take him down. I think a lot of people have been hoodwinked by him in this space. I think he purposely has hoodwinked people. I think this libertarian stuff is, I think maybe, yeah, you hate taxes, you hate paying the government for your own IP assurances, etc. But I think the libertarian's just a big LARP. It's a way to like corner his own little market on this conservative griftosphere with pop culture.
Let me run, man. My kid is up.
Up. That's all right. I'll catch up.
Yeah, take it easy, everybody.
Oh, are you leaving or?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay. No. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure because otherwise I was going to be stalling.
All right. Night, Angus. See you, chat.
Farewell, Godfoe. Dan. That was Dan Sheckelwitz, my friend. What's up? Damn it! I keep forgetting to get you an Asian clip. Ugh. But yeah, be excited. I won't be here Thursday, but I will be here Sunday for a Comic Skate Super Bowl party because my Eagles are in the Super Bowl. I'll probably just make this a yearly thing because I've always wanted to be an NFL in the mix of my coverage on this channel. So look forward to that. Should have Katie at least for a while, and or BTM reviews, possibly others. Rookie will be here with me, making him watch football. So that'll be fun. And I just realized my picture is backwards. Let me check the YouTube feed. Okay, no, it's right on it is right on the YouTube. Never mind. It's mirrored here on the StreamYard though. But let me see. But yeah, man, fly Eagles fly. Tough luck for them cow babies. They got home couch position for the Super Bowl, like the last 30 years. Stoney said Rosemary's Baby was originally intended to be anti-contraceptives. It was also poorly executed. That became a shining example of pro-abortion art. I don't know how to respond to that. I have no idea. I own the movie, watched it once, but it's like one of those like, okay, I saw this classic film, this Polanski film, because I do love The Pianist, even if that is based on fiction. Wink, wink. It's really good narrative, really good story. Adrian Brody did so well in that film. Love it. But yeah, let's get into we'll hold off on Gaiman just yet. Get into this Chrissy Mayer Gothix appearance on Simpcast. Let me make sure I got it. Nope, not that one. Let me pull this up. And then we'll talk about Gaiman and stuff afterward. Possibly I'll be on here long enough to have Rookie pop in and say howdy to y'all. We'll see. Not my plan, but however long it takes, it takes. Now let me fast forward this. I heard it's about 15 minutes in. So we'll see. We'll break this down. Do I have a play speed option? I do. Cool. 1.5. Hopefully it's not too fast. Barra thinks I'm not used to using Brave, so I'm always going for my Google button. Here we go. Rip a drama. Window. There we go. All right, so this is Gothix on Chrissy Mayer's show. Not watched this, so I'm catching this with y'all. And unfortunately, the stupid, there it is, button can be moved. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all are seeing this. Okay, y'all are. Oh my God. Who is that black chick that was for Biden? That was like, I can't keep up with Joe Biden. He's outrunning me. That chick, the like immigrant gay, the lesbian black immigrant. That was like her triple hat. Is it supposed to be muted? No volume. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I gotta listen to this shit again. Oh my God. Let me figure this out really quick. So you're not hearing it. What the hell? Why? Equalizer, speed, video settings. I have no idea why you're not hearing it. Because I got full volume on this window. God, now I'm gonna have to replay that clip, that part of this stream. Damn it, I downloaded this for nothing. Okay. Level of nonsense and in and around comic books is truly unbelievable. Well, thank you for letting me know, though. There's no volume. Thank you, Rin Wan. Let me fix that by bringing up the Simpcast. Simpcast Gothix. All right, we will share it this way. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna make sure y'all hear this when I share it. That makes no sense. Video file. Oh, you know what? It might have been because let me try this really quick. All right, do y'all hear that? For y'all in the chat, let me know. You hear this intro? Cool. Okay. That was the problem. I shared just with this is a tip for anyone doing StreamYard. When you hit present, I went to share screen and I was sharing the window. But if you're going to share a video, it's saved to your computer. You want to go to present and video file, and then go to whatever document folder it's saved under. So that seems to be the problem. All right, here we go. Let me fast forward now to about 15 minutes, and you'll see why I was laughing to myself, apparently.
Oh my God, how did this take a turn so quickly?
Anyway.
What I meant to sashay into.
Damn it. No, I can't play this faster, so I'll just do the YouTube window. Let's remove that. Move studio. Here we go. All right. Play speed. There we go.
Take a turn so quickly.
Anyway.
What I meant to sashay into was Gothix got a new job since the last time we saw you?
Yeah, a new gig. Okay. Yeah, so I'm a spokesperson for Rippaverse. And Rippaverse is a comic book company that my friend Eric July made from the ground up, which is pretty neat. And so, yeah, you get to look at my face instead of his face.
Oh,
How
that's
did
so
you-
delightful.
How did you come to be the spokesperson?
He just asked me, and he was like, yeah, you want to be my spokesperson? That's pretty much it.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, totally. And he told me he has a variety of reasons, and it's always interesting to see the internet sort of form their own conclusions, but they
Because
can.
people have been shitty to him, and
Oh, I know. Yeah. And I think, you know what, in a way, I feel like I've been prepared for a position like this with, me, and with my political commentary, you tend to attract a lot of weirdos on the internet. So this is nothing new, but I'm really excited because it's something that's not political commentary because I'm bored. I get really bored.
oh, really? Even with all the stuff that's happening just in the last couple weeks with Trump and.
I mean, it's exciting in the sense that I have my own opinions about it, but it's really just like clockwork. Like, okay, news comes out, we're outraged, we talk about it. Why are you surprised that people are crazy? That's just the world we live in. So I guess that repetition for me is a little bit boring. So I needed an outlet, and I'm getting that with Rippaverse. So I'm excited.
All I'm imagining that your job is just you like just posing with like a comic book next to your face. Like what I'm sure that's not what's
I
involved.
mean,
I just
I can't
imagine
do
you
that.
like you're like a press secretary, but for Eric July instead of the president.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you can. People have equated me.
That's what I was laughing about. Because that stupid bitch, press secretary for Joe Biden. Can't remember her name. Let me see. Joe Biden. Black press secretary. Karine Jean-Pierre. I think she's Haitian. French American. She's a lesbian immigrant black lady. She was always like, "Oh, I can't keep up with Joe Biden. He's faster than me. He's so cognizant." Eric is Joe Biden, and Gothix is Karine Jean-Pierre. I just thought that was hilarious.
Me to that, which I'm okay with. I think I'm more palatable than the last press secretary, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, essentially,
We don't
yeah,
talk about her, okay?
Yeah,
we just forget that happened.
But yeah, I just give like company updates and talk about the products and the universe, and yeah, pretty much it.
Good, awesome. Wow, very exciting. Cool. Shani is here. We have never had Shani on Simpcast before. She is a cosplayer. I don't know if you want to give the world, and by the world I mean the 5 people watching, let everyone know who you are, what you're into, what kind of content you make.
Let's get past this stupid shit.
But with my degree being in like politics, international terrorism.
My degree in politics.
No,
Yay,
not
yay,
great.
he's so normal. Yay.
I do not know what happened.
Oh my god, who the fuck watches this stuff?
Hi, so my name is Shani.
Like none of these people shake
You
their
like, what's new
tits.
with
Like
you?
you give you a little bit of
Mm.
cleavage, and then you just hear these fucking harpies rant about whatever.
She came totally nude to the Grammys. She wore like a thin, almost looked like
Another section.
I was
and she
expecting to
turned
be
around,
more,
but she didn't do the tip.
more in this.
Well, la dee da, cool.
I'm very disappointed whoever shared this. Like, oh, check out the
little
Gothix
tickle,
stream.
active than just a URL. He says, "Thank you."
Nothing good in this so
In
far.
the age of Trump, Did
this person seriously type vagina?
Still
Wonderful every time. Now I know.
Oh my god. Well, that was nothing. Fuck me. All right. Let's I know there's a new video from Eric though. Ripaverse. Let's check. It is funny though hearing her say like I'm just a press secretary. Oh my god. All right, let's see. I know there's this new video from Eric. I was listening to it sort of on EVS stream yesterday, but could not there was all these breaks. I couldn't really gather what Eric was really saying. So I guess it's on his channel, Young Crippled 59. More like Young Grippa. He's got a gripper pussy, apparently. Was this a short? Let me check really quick. Where was this? Let me find it. Bear with me really quick. I gotta find this fucking wherever EVS was seeing this. Okay. Where is he? Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm very disappointed with that. I should have just went to Katie's clips because I saw her clip is like 2 minutes and it's the only thing worth from that stream. For us watching the hibbity and the jibbity. Really quick. Where is this? I'm just scrolling through trashes to see where he found this video. Was this on Twitter? It was on Twitter. That's why. That is why. Let me go find Eric Juneteenth. Okay. Let's find this video. Okay, we got 2 of them. 2 Eric Twitter videos. All right, let's see what this is.
What's up, y'all? Eric July with the Rippaverse, man. Right now, up for pre-order, we have The Great War of Separation #1 by Chuck Dixon and Jack Herbert. You're not going to want to miss this story. This is perhaps the most important story to the Rippaverse because it gives you guys context on just the general landscape of the Rippaverse. You know, we're set in this like different version of North America. We didn't want to really just be the world outside. We wanted to make it an immersive experience as far as our readers are concerned, so you can really get lost in its world. So it has some level of familiarity, but it's a lot of uniqueness, right? And you're going to learn some of that context with the Great War of Separation. It also serves as Alpha Core's Brian Solari's origin story. So you're going to want to get that. Lots of first appearances as well. Just go get the Great War of Separation. Chuck Dixon has never let you guys down. You've seen some of Jack's artwork on some covers, and now you get to see him do some sequential art for us. I'm really excited for you guys to get this. We don't have any CGCs available, which I know some people might not be fond of that, but this does mean that we're going to be able to get these books in hand to you very quickly. It's only a 30-day pre-order collection, so go grab it for as little as $14 at rippaverse.com.
Hey, Stoney, I was listening on my drive home from work. I feel like saying a nigga today. That is such a good song. That is such a good song. He was aging before our eyes. I swear his beard was darker before. Really quick, let me see. Yeah, we're gonna go back through this because this is really funny. First off, though, this reminds me of this clip I saved from a EVS review of I saw him too. You see how he like kind of just like rambling, trying to pitch you why you should get this book. He's just grasping at, hey, I only made 100K this first week so far. Shit, I guess I better tell you the story actually. Which is funny because there was a comment recently on his channel about the Great War, and someone said, like, what is that awful cover with the blob guy? He's saying it's like the blob plus this plus that. And Eric's like, you'll have to buy the book to find out. Someone's like, wow, great pitch, Eric. And I think that really summarizes where we're at with this stuff. But no, thank you, Stoney. I definitely will try to incorporate the nigger song from Trashcast here. Maybe if y'all send me like $20, I might play the one that EVS said he wouldn't play. It's like a new one. I think it's like we can say the N word now or something like that. Let me see. This is the clip. This is a clip I was thinking of. I'm so glad I saved this.
I like Eric kind of going, you know what? Like, there's this chick and she's got like wolves and she's got like a dragon and she's got like an eagle. She's got like alligators. She lives in a fucking castle and she's a cowgirl. I like that. And she has blood powers. Dude, that is sweet.
Let's go back and see what Eric says here. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Oh man, I almost shared Stoney's Twitter. It's like, whoo, can't share that. All right, let's see.
What's up, y'all? Eric July with the Rippaverse, man. Right now, up for pre-order, we have The Great War of Separation #1 by.
See that little aside? He's filming this and he's like, what do I got again? I'm starting to forget. I'm starting to lose track of all this dog shit I'm trying to sell you. He's like, this is the seat of his pants pitch here. He's just trying to, he's desperate. He's starting to sweat now because through me, from God, and all the other detractors like yourself, the foundations are crumbling. That's Rippaverse. as they should be, because God sees that he hired some Satanist twins and this fake red-pilled black lady diversity hire shield with the undercut hair, classic SJW haircut. He sees this is a lie and that good Christian people are being taken advantage of. So he is smiting him with the curse of lower funding. But I just think it's funny. He's like, it's very telling.
Chuck Dixon and Jack Herbert, you're not going to want to miss this story. This is perhaps the most important story to the Rippaverse because it gives you guys context on just the general landscape of the Rippaverse. You know, we're set in this like different version.
He's trying to pitch you. He really has no idea what he wrote. It's just, yeah, okay, whatever. Now retroactive, he's trying to be, oh, why do you got to give me money again? Okay, I gotta check my messages. It's gonna be some while, my friend.
Of North America, we didn't want to really just be the world outside. We wanted to make it an immersive experience.
See, that's where EVS was spot on the money. He said immersive. He's just grasping. He's grasping at anything to sell you. He's like, well, that's a good buzzword, immersive.
As far as our readers are concerned, so you can really get lost in its world. So it has some level of familiarity, but it's a lot of uniqueness, right?
Here's what you do, Eric. You say, a lot of y'all already are in love with my character, Brian Solari. Some of you may compare him to Superman. I will neither agree nor deny. But he hasn't been fleshed out well. What drives Brian Solari? How did he become head of the Alpha Corps, this elite superhero cop force Spark, and by extension, you assume the state of Texas? Well, we're going to tell you how it all came to be, how Texas became an independent state, an independent nation to begin with, and how this actually set a domino effect for the rest of the country to be fragmented and now smaller polities in the country within the borders of what was known as the United States of America. And as this story progresses, you'll start to understand how him and Braxwell have teamed up. That's how you do it, Eric. If you like this, if you know it, why do I, the detractor sent by God to destroy your company, why do I know this stuff better than you? How am I pitching it better than you, Eric? Also, why are you doing this shaky handheld phone cam? You have your shit set up to do, hey, Eric July here, and hippo mouth, blah, 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 blah. There's no lawsuit. There is no contention here. This was instigated by Buster Baxter and a fat guy named Vito. What the hell, man? I'm helping you people out. I'm helping you ripitards out. And yet you gnash your teeth. You reject me, for I spoke the truth. That's all right. What people don't get about my critical jihad against Riververse is that if you follow my guidance, things will turn up for you. Because God sent me. I do as he commands. He commands detraction. The detraction will lead, my critical jihad will lead to improvements if you heed my warnings, or your demise that is happening before our eyes, Eric. Listen.
And you're going to learn some of that context with the Great War of Separation. It also serves as Alpha Corps' Brian Solari's origin story. So you're going to want to get that. Lots of first appearances.
That should be the opening pitch. Brian Solari. How did he get here? Why does he do what he does? What does he do in his free time? What drives him? Why does he have allegiance to Texas and not the U.S.? Why does he have this Confederate general-minded allegiance to home over country? You know? And I think if Eric's actually aware of any history, any sense of education, this would be an easy go-to, especially Texas is a Confederate state. It's one of the 13 Confederate states. There's so much to play with there, actually. And your sandbox and your litter box of the Rippaverse. It's so disappointing.
as well. Just go get the Great War of Separation. Chuck Dixon has never let you guys down. You've seen some of Jack's artwork on some covers.
See this too. Yeah, get the book. You know the name Chuck Dixon. Brian Solari. Alpha Core. You're not even interested, Eric. That's why you hired Gothix. You try to get someone to push canned energy into your company, into the presentation of your company, because it's not there. The readership's falling off. You're having to squeeze like a sponge the remaining customer base that is loyal, probably just to troll Comicsgate. And that's going to run thin at some point. People can't keep up with paying 3 to like 7 times the value of a normal comic book to read your stuff that seemingly thus far doesn't really seem connected properly at all. Doesn't really seem aware. Doesn't really feel like their stories are talking to each other in the same world. And so the things aren't meshing well. This is really actually an enlightening video when you really just analyze his body language. There's no enthusiasm. There's no enthusiasm. Let's go see what he looked like when he was pitching Rip-A-Verse. Let's go see. Let's go back. Back. Come on. Let's see. Oldest. All right, this is the final week of ISOM pre-order. And you look at his body language here. Hibbity says, is he a pro at saying many words without saying any at all? Yeah. If you watch Trashcast, EVS really caught on to, he's like, he realized this is an Eric written book. Oh my God. A confetti state. No, Confederate state. Asshat. He's a cosmic being. I need to get that. Thanos, I'm a puppet master. Let's see. This is early Eric. If any of y'all seen Dewey Cox, the walk hard Dewey Cox story, one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite dumb jokes that you have to see it to get it, is he's like, what's up with Dewey? He used to be so happy. That was early Dewey. This is middle Dewey. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip for you. Early Dewey. I just gotta make sure there's none of the nudity in this sequence. That's why I'm watching this. No, that's not it. Let me see. Walk hard montage. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch the movie to find where the scene is, if it's even on YouTube. Y'all got to see that movie if you haven't. It's so underrated. Oh man, yeah. They flash forward to like later Dewey. Damn it. I want middle Dewey. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's look at Eric. Early Eric.
What's up, everyone? We are in the final week of the ISOM #1 campaign. Of course, thank you for your support, but there's a couple of things that we want to address in this video as we enter into the fulfillment phase. Now, we're going to announce that fulfillment date very, very soon, but you need to order within the window. So by the end of the actual campaign end date, if you want to receive your items with those initial orders. Now, after the campaign ends, we are going to launch our official store that will be on Rippaverse.com. Now, you can order the leftover items from the campaign. That's going to be like cover C, some of the shirts and whatnot. If you order from the store, which means after the campaign is ended, you won't get those items until we fulfill every single item as part of the campaign. So it may not be until as late as November when you get those items if you order after the campaign closes. However, there is one campaign item that you cannot get for certain after the campaign closes, and that's the Gaiman cards. Go watch our previous videos to see what exactly those are. Those are very cool. You're going to want to get those. They tie into our lore, but they won't be available for purchase after the campaign ends. So put your hands on them. Again, thank you all for the support. Very, very soon, we are going to announce the official start date for the fulfill.
See, you got a nice little smirk smile at the end. That was early, Eric. That was early, Eric. And now we see. Now we see how. Wait, what's this warehouse footage? Warehouse footage.
Eric, how long am I going to have to be packing these boxes, Eric? Give me that shit, Eric. We got to ship this shit out now, Eric. We got to get my ads for my Etsy store out, Eric.
And that is the last of the Rippaverse orders. Almost 50,000, actually 49,000, I believe is the more accurate number. We're finally done, but of course we're just getting started because right around the corner will be ISOM number 2.
Hibbity jibbity. See, he had a little pep in his step, a little twinkle in his eye. Oh my God, we were just crushing this guy. We're crushing him. God wills it. Let's see this other video from Eric on Twitter. He's just done all 50,000 too. Really quick. Okay.
What's up, y'all? Yaira number 2 just hit 8,000 total books sold. We appreciate you so much. We understand buyer habits are adjusting because of our sped up release schedule. A lot of people got the Great War Separation as well as Yaira, trying to bundle multiple books. So whether you get it during the pre-order window, afterwards, you're waiting for another book to come out, we appreciate you either way. It's also a good time to go ahead and grab one of those Rippaverse memberships. If you're going to continue to return to the store, you might as well. It'll save you a lot of money. Blood Ruth, number 1, there's still some items that you can get in the store.
He's not even, oh my God. He's still pushing this gay fucking plushie, this Black Girl Magic plushie.
Like this plushie right here, that's still available. I
will say, curly hair looks pretty good on that. You should make like a real figure or a real doll. Just suck it up, hire Chinese people, and get some good stuff made.
Rippaverse.com. So go grab.
No one wants your gay Funko Pop shit, Eric.
Little plushie, but those items.
But if I had Blood Ruth, Blood Powers, and ISOM action with his disrespect detecting skills, we would have so much fun. People would just have a field day making stop motion videos. Actually, I'm going to share you a stop motion video. There's no sound, unfortunately. I don't know what this guy's thinking. I think he's undercutting his potential here, but let me find this guy really quick. Let's finish this and I'll find it.
So going to start shipping probably within the next couple of weeks. Just waiting on some Signature Series copies to arrive. We prepackaged a lot, so those orders are going to be going out really, really quickly, as well as Achromatic Chronicles Green by Jay David through Ripper Sand. We appreciate y'all so much. You've been showing a lot of love, nerding out. We love to see it. So thanks to all of y'all for that continued support. Oh, and by the way, we hit 6 figures in 3 days with the Great War Separation number 1. So thank you all so much for showing all that love.
Oh, man. Let's check that out. Let's see where the Great War of Segregation is. Let's see. It's at 110,000. I think it's petering out. I think we aren't going to see a burst again till The end of Black History Month. See, Eric really fucked up. He should have made Bloodruth his Black History Month book, and then he should have flipped these. Should have flipped them, but he's only on 110 so far. He is starting to sweat. Well, this is a success if you don't own a warehouse and hire like 15 people and got a seemingly a Brazilian comic agency on standby. You probably got to pay a retainer to maintain that. This output is not going to sustain that. I think I was doing the math. I think he's got to spend like $1 million just on, if he's keeping his employees, I think he's got to spend like $1 million to keep this his payroll going. So 100,000 12 times a year, that's just bare minimum. That's not counting the cost of the supplies to ship and whatnot, warehouse rent. It's not looking good if this is the continuing trend. Again, this would be great if he's Comicscape, if he's a solo guy. This would be great, but it's not being great. Not a great outlook. Let me see. All right, let me find the stop motion guy really quick. Also, let me see about this membership thing. Ripaverse.com. I'm not sure where to join the membership. Okay. He's trying to get 5,000. He's stuck at 21%. Not sure how much that is, but see 10%. So he's got 1,000 people that are members, but that could be as low as $5 a month. So he's got something. If you don't remember, he actually had like some pricing shit hidden when he first rolled out this membership stuff. So it seems like you could argue, I'm going to say good faith, but you could argue he was trying to swindle people on recurring fees that really don't pay off for much. Let me find this guy. Red Squid. This guy. All right, let's go to his media. I'll show you some of these. Show you some of these cool videos, these stop motion he does. Let me say hi to the chat some more. That warehouse is going to be closed by the end of this year. Maybe Daddy Glenn will help him out. He's going to be selling ice on 3 on the street corner. Says Michael. Scummy Wummy says, was there ever a better lolcow fuckface than the Hibbity Man? AKA J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hibbit. Small and hairy. Shout out, my friend. That's some good stuff. Eric's great grandpappy. Sometimes going to be so disappointed, Eric. Oh man, there's a clip. I don't know what stream it is. There's a clip. Let me see if I can find it. Let me pull this up and let y'all see some of these videos of the stop motion guy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's get him a follow. Let me put his link in the chat for you, so you can consider following him himself. Say, hey, Angus sent you, my boy. Angus sent you. Let's see. Where's my share button? All right, this is the one I saw first. Man, if he added sounds, this would fucking be tight. Like, it's creative, but I don't really know why these people are crossing each other. He's pretty good here, but also not showing his face. I feel like that's a stylistic choice because you're focused on the cigarettes, but you should have maybe switched the angle. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let me see. There's another one I watched. This one. He's got Cyberfrog. Sentinel. Yeah, it seems to be so good. He's got like, some good sounds. Oh, Cyberpunk, wake up. Got Xavier Magneto here. Is that supposed to be ISOM? I don't know. I'm just. Wait, so Xavier becomes Cosmic Ghost Rider, or who's that Skullface DC character? I don't know. He's creative though. He's creative, but he's not gotten the following he should have thus far. So maybe we can help him out. Go follow him. Say Angus sent you. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay, this is another funny thing I saw. Wow. This is fucking sad. This is from the Saska sisters. You like the orange coom? Hey, Charles walk in, I think, in Bendis era of X-Men Marvel. I don't know much besides shit. What is that? House of M era. That's a cool story. Need to catch back up and finish that whole saga. What happens to the X-Men afterward? Side Complex pretty cool, but I haven't read after that. I can't. The black guy in the stop motion. Exactly. Shortly I'll be looking at the Neil Gaiman thing, and then we will just peruse what's coming out this week in comics. And if you got any links that you want to promote, interesting campaigns for Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Fund My Comic, let me know. You can tag me or DM me at Angus Reviews on Twitter. If you can't share them here, let me know. But I want to show this before we transition into Neil Gaiman. This is the Saska sisters. This is the lore keepers of the lore of the Rippaverse. They are trying to pander to Black History Month. For Black History Month, the great Kanan White is releasing his 28 Black series, and today he honors us with Sydney Bloodruth artwork. And wow, does he ever make the famed Hellion Hunter look damn badass? Did you pick up Bloodruth #1? This is the comic book for horror fans, written by your favorite twins. Get it here. And I love Kanan's art. This looks great. But if you're like unwoke, you don't pander to Black History Month. So again, these people, like I was telling Dan, these are SJWs through and through. Eric's a fake libertarian. They're all SJWs. His fan base is SJWs. But even this is not. Look, it's got 600 views, 4 retweets, 12 likes. Let's look at the retweets. Got Salty here mocking it with irony. And then you got a few reposts by some assuming ripitards. But yeah, that's about it. All right, so Neil Gaiman. This is from Deadline. Let me pull it up. Black people. Wait. I can't wait to see what Rippaverse does for Gay Pride Month. I don't think Eric will let that slide. He hates the gays. It's pretty thorough in his books. Probably got canceled by whatever comic people. Let me turn my camera down just a little bit. So you can... There we go. Black people need to start speaking up for themselves, stop letting themselves get exploited like this. Eric would straight up have been a black slave owner. I mean, that's just economical. Why would you not? In that era, why would you not own slaves? I'll fix my camera setup. For the next stream, I got a green screen coming, so I'll probably have like. Let me know what you think would be cool to have for like footage behind me while I'm streaming. I got the green screen to show like the score while we watch Super Bowl this week. But I have some Neil Gaiman comics around here somewhere. They're probably worthless now. I don't know if they cancel them. They might, depending if they're like limited prints, they might be even worth more. Let me see. Got a bunch of stuff I need to read. But I went to the library like literally like a day or two before Neil Gaiman had this stuff come out. I checked out the Sandman collection. This is volume 1. And I don't know where it's going. I've watched probably half of the first season. I like American Gods. I like that show, what I've seen of it. The comic's pretty cool. I've read some of the book. I'm a bad reader. It's hard. I got ADHD, so it's hard for me to stick to stuff. But I like the tone. I like the environment already with the Sandman, where you like starting to get integration with the DC universe. Got Constantine. I don't know the history of Constantine. I'm not a DC guy besides Batman, so. But it's cool. We're actually seeing like this very foundational comic book. I love the colors. It's vibrant yet brooding. I highly suggest checking out Sandman. The show, I don't know, might not be your cup of tea. Tone, he's English. I think that kind of influences some of the just the feel, the vibe of his stuff. But yeah, they're probably worthless before the controversy, anyways. No, I think Gaiman's at least his old stuff's probably pretty revered. Yeah, let's check in on this. It's got further development with the further cancellation of Neil Gaiman. It's from Deadline. Neil Gaiman hit with rape and human trafficking suits after months of allegations. Estranged spouse Amanda Palmer also named in multi-state filings. Let me see. After months of horrific allegations of sexual misconduct, the Sandman creator, Neil Gaiman, has been taken to court in a trio of states on allegations of rape, human trafficking, and more by a former New Zealand nanny of his and musician Amanda Palmer's son. And Amanda Palmer's son. They're saying that's his estranged wife, though. Who's his son? Neil Gaiman's son. Maybe this is a different marriage of hers. Maybe that's why they said it that way. Children. Trying to scroll his Wikipedia. Personal life. Moved to Wisconsin. Amanda Palmer. They moved to New Zealand in 2020. Sorry, I'm just catching up. I'm learning with you people if you don't already know. All right, who is her? Doesn't say who her kid is. All right, we'll have to find that out later. All right. This claim arises out of defendant Neil Gaiman's sexual abuse of plaintiff and his wife, Amanda Palmer's role in procuring. Who's a plaintiff in this? Okay, so his wife is also a plaintiff, I guess. Role in procuring and presenting plaintiff to Gaiman for such abuse. States a rape, human trafficking complaint filed in federal court Monday in Wisconsin by Scarlett Pavlovich. Gaiman has a decades-long history of sexual conduct consistent with the actions that will be described in the following paragraphs. The 28-page, 9-claim action ends with vivid detail, including a sodomy rape of slave Pavlovich by Gaiman just 3 years ago. Seeking at least $1 million and a jury trial, the case's details align with the deeply researched New York magazine There Is No Safe Word piece by Lila Shapiro. The allegations made by Pavlovich and 7 different women against Gaiman. That New York magazine article drew from Tortoise Media's 6-part podcast Master, the allegations of Neil Gaiman from last summer. In a January 14 blog post after the Shapiro pen piece came out, Gaiman wrote, "As I reflect on my past and as I re-review everything that actually happened as opposed to what is being alleged, I don't accept there was any abuse. To repeat, I've never engaged in non-consensual activity with anyone." Having said that, the no longer CAA repped Gaiman recently has been dropped by his UK agent, Casaroto, Ramsey and Associates, My colleague Jake Cannon exclusively reported last week. Additionally, Anansi Boys publisher Dark Horse has dropped a once acclaimed Scribe. And a UK stage production of Coraline was canceled in the last days of January. See, this is where cancellation gets retarded, because it's like you're robbing people of art. You're robbing artists of adaptations and thus employment that is no longer related to him besides being the creator. It's very strange. I don't really see the purpose in this, if I'm being frank. Its allegations against Gaiman grew. Season 3 of Prime's Good Omens was scaled back to a 90-minute episode, and Disney paused production of its big screen adaptation of The Graveyard Book. On January 31st, Netflix revealed that the upcoming season 2 of the much-viewed Sandman will be the last of their pro season 3, now dead on arrival. Dresden Dolls co-founder Palmer, who separated from Gaiman during the pandemic and her and their son's lockdown in New Zealand, and said in 2022 that the couple were divorcing after more than a decade of marriage. To that, Palmer posted this on her usually active Instagram 3 weeks ago, saying, as there are ongoing custody and divorce proceedings, I am not able to offer public comment. Please understand that I am first and foremost a parent. I ask for privacy at this time. Along with the Midwestern state where American Gods author and TV series Gaiman has a home, fines were submitted in New York and Massachusetts by Pavlovich's New York-based Camerman lawyers. Pavlovich and her attorneys claim that Palmer knew how vulnerable the plaintiff was mentally and economically and essentially led her into the lion's den. So I guess they're alleging Palmer is also a criminal in this, like a Ghislaine Maxwell kind of thing. Palmer was sufficiently aware that Gaiman was likely to target Scarlett, that she warned Gaiman to stay away from Scarlett before she brought Scarlett to Gaiman's house as a babysitter. The Empire State New England state filings declared of the initial encounters with the open marriage Gaiman's in the Southwest Pacific Ocean country in the early 2022 job offer. Yet Palmer never warned Scarlett of the known danger posed by Gaiman. Had Palmer warned Scarlett of the known danger posed by Gaiman, Scarlett would have never agreed to babysit Palmer's child at Gaiman's house. In that context, the reasoning behind the multi-state filings is all about residency. Upon information and belief, jurisdiction over Palmer is appropriate in either New York or Massachusetts, and Palmer may consent to jurisdiction in Wisconsin. Given the uncertainty regarding Palmer's state of residence, plaintiff is simultaneously filing actions against Palmer in the U.S. District Courts for the Southern District of New York and District of Massachusetts, and will proceed against Palmer only in the district of her choosing. Okay, so it looks like Palmer's in hot water as well with Gaiman, so looks like she is screwed as well. She is a singer, songwriter, musician, and performance artist of the duo Dresden Dolls. Huh. Maybe they sound good. I don't know. Let me see. They're considered a dark cabaret? I have no idea. Interesting. So, it just gets worse and worse for Gaiman. Let me see. Neil Gaiman. Well, thank you, Scummy Mummy, for that enlightenment. Wait, I should probably change the color here for my words. Let's do green. What stands? Let's do that. All right. Neil Gaiman. His brother is Neil Gay Brother. I love lame jokes. I do. I can't help it. That is good. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right. Let me find comics. Again, if you got any comics you think I should promote that are in campaign right now, let me know. And if they're sexually suggested, like Kickstarter stuff, I'll just pull the tab up, screen it, make sure there's no like explicit imagery to get me taken down on YouTube, and then we'll look at it, or at least look at the top of the page. Let me check the messages. 1 second. Disty Tricks hard. Okay. Upcoming comics. think it's this page. Okay, cool. All right. Anything that catches my eye, I'm like, that looks cool. We'll investigate. I bet. We'll investigate. Ooh, okay. That looks cool. Let me get some music going. Get rid of this. Tristan dolls. Keep that up. Keep that. And if any of y'all know any good copyright-free music to add for my background, let me know. Would you like to hear some backwards? Would y'all like that? Play some Eric music while we look at comics?
Another day.
Oh yeah, Eric's in our ears. Let's fucking go. I won't do that to you people. Let's play this nice chill trip hop while we investigate some comics. All right, here we go. New comics for the week of February 5th. I got some stupid DC shit here at the top. No one cares. DC sucks. Not even interested in getting Batman shit. This is the first one that catches my eye, though. Let's look at this. Star Wars Legacy of Vader #1. Darth Vader's shadow extends into the rise of the First Order. The reign of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren begins. Kylo's dark obsession leads him to Mustafar. What secrets does Fortress Vader hold for the young tyrant, and what face from the past will guide him on his quest? Interesting. Who is the writer? Charles Soule. Okay. Chuck Soule. He's not a bad writer. I like some of the stuff I've read of his. This cover looks fucking killer, man. Look at that. That looks fucking sick. Let's see if he's got other covers. All right, it's got some. This is a variant. These go pretty hard, actually. This is fucking cool. Kyle, you know what? Like, I say true about the sequels, but Kylo's helmet's fucking badass. It's subtle, it's elegant, it's slightly Nazi coded, which is always cool looking. They had the best looking shit. Black History Month. We got the Black Father from Acolyte. I actually like her design. It's pretty cool. This Force Witch. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a Jedi Knights sneak preview variant. I guess we're getting a Jedi Knight series. I don't know how I feel about that, but that looks cool. All right, so I'm gonna save that as of interest to me. I'll read it online. I'm not paying Marvel if I can help it. Unless it's really good, then I'll get it. Let's see what else looks cool. What else looks cool here? This sounds cool. It's title. When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee from Boom by Gus Moreno. The mystery of Puerto Cristina deepens as the veteran exorcist and his apprentice are drawn to a remote farmhouse. I'm about to say warehouse. In the hopes of saving a young boy's soul. What they find there, however, is an unimaginable nightmare. Abominations of nature that the villagers believe is the work of a mythical creature called El Pushin. Let's see what Pushin means. It has multiple meanings, and Mapuche mythology refers to a legendary creature. However, different gods, it can also be named a specific meaning. It's from Chile. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back. Let's see what else we got here. If anything else catches your eye for me to investigate, let me know in the chat. I'll check. I'm not sure. My friend wants to go to Waffle House. So we'll see. We'll see. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. Retarded version of Eric's backwards. Yeah. You know you like it. All right, let's see what else we got. Anything that catches my eye, or if it catches yours. Missing on the Moon. They're re-releasing Long Halloween for some reason. Let me see. I talked about it with Rich last week or the week before. Speaking of it, we'll have to promote some Blood and Sword #2 by Richard Embry. But I saw something here. Where'd it go? It's from Marvel. I feel it was up here at the top. Okay, yeah, Phoenix. All right, so I'm not sure what they're doing with Phoenix at the moment. I'm a novice X-Men reader, but X-Men is an interesting concept. They're doing From the Ashes era. They're already at like 120 comics interlinked so far. They've given Magic her first solo run. That's what got me started reading it, because I'm like, what is the story of this Magic chick and this sister of Colossus? First issue is kind of interesting. But again, I'm a novice with that for sure. Let's see. Some of these, it's hard not to buy Marvel stuff just because some of these covers are fucking, they hit hard. Universe Year 1 or 1 year in, that looks pretty tight. It's pretty sick Wolverine. They're just seemingly focused on Wolverine with this Black Panther. It's not bad. Oh man, yeah, I gotta catch up. I think Black Panther has a series with Predator. I like what I've read of the Alien Avengers crossover. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Where'd we go? Ooh, okay. Laura Kinney, Wolverine 1. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover right there. That looks fucking sick. So this is what I want. I don't want Wolverine Laura Kinney. I want X-23. Stick to that. But this is cool, man. Seems like they're trying to lean back more into that. Has some pretty cool covers, though. Oh, that one's nice. It's by I can't. Sabine Rich. See, that's cute right there. She's slashing at you, but she's looking cute while doing it. That's nice. I'll definitely read it online. God, this keeps going back to the top, though. Let's see. All right. Is anyone reading Absolute Batman? I read 2 issues, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I gave it a chance. People. What are y'all reading? Let me know in the comments. In the chat. Okay, this looks cool. 32 issues in, but here's a manga, I'm assuming, called Do You Like Tomboys? Yeah, I'm down. Saving that. I have to check that out. Hopefully it's somewhere free I can read. Or maybe the library. Don't forget, you can read graphic novels and collections at the library. Sometimes they have just regular issues at the library, too. Don't really bank on the issues, though. So we got a lot of good Gooner stuff here. Don't let Melanie Mack see it, though. seems that's the end of this week. Huh. All right. Found a couple things of interest. Found myself a couple things of interest. Let's go over to Fund My Comic now. All right, let me check with y'all, make sure I don't leave before. Not reading comics much right now. I pick up a trade every once in a while. Yeah. I mean, I'm always on eBay looking for stuff, or I go online. That's a little better for y'all to see. All right, let's go to Fund My Comic. Let's see what we got here. Featured picks. Hey, we got Richard Embry. All right, we got Blood and the Sword. It's at 93 backers. Let's get it to 100. Let's get it to 100. It's only $5 for the digital, $10 for the digital catch up. Get both issues. And $10 plus shipping for the bundle. And he's including for this bundle digitally Last Goodbye. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to actually add that. It doesn't let me click to see what is in it. Let me see if he says so in the book, or in the campaign, what this book is. Last Goodbye. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, something he's worked on. I didn't know he did another book. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we got here. This is again in the featured picks, so. Between Demons and Angels, Volume 2. Let's check out this pitch here. What is this? A group of angelic warriors are walking the earth, searching for demonic agents hidden within the corrupt ruling elite. Uh-oh. This may be a book about noticing, which I highly suggest you do. Wait a minute. I might have looked at this guy before. I think he promoted during like a trash cast one time. I'm not sure though. This might not be the same guy.
Are you an angel?
I heard your prayer, Sarah.
I think the church's prayers have gone unanswered.
God stopped listening to us a long time ago.
It's the Rippaverse. God's not listening to you, Eric. He's chosen me. He's chosen me. Okay.
Do not be afraid.
Nice. Not bad. Art isn't what I would like, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. It's got a new variant. Yeah, the colors are cool. Colors are very vibrant. but not as detailed art as I would like. It's kind of stale, especially the faces, but it's getting the point across. And it feels like, oh man, what? Let me just look this up. Leave Legends. Let me see. Original characters. I don't know if I played this game or not. I feel like there's like some internet side to side dueling game. You know, have like different characters, some more like angelic that kind of fly or hover. I don't, man, I wish I remember what that game was. Not a big gamer, but this was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Overall, I'm interested. Let me put the link in the chat for you. And you can save this. Let me see how long it's got. He's in raise mode. 25 days ago, so you got basically till the end of February to back this if interested. Here you go. There is the Between Demons and Angels. Let me see if there's a catch-up tier. Got a shirt pack. That's not good, though. It doesn't look like you got a catch-up pack. Sign. Just double checking. Yeah, he's just doing volume 2 here, which is fine, but I think you should have a catch-up tier, man. All right, let's get the music playing again. All right, let's investigate some more. It's funny, it's Von Coleman. He's leaning into the retardation, and I think maybe got a shout out for it in that catch-all video of Eric promoting people. But I saw him complaining about his funding this time around, so it looks like it's not really paying off going against Comicsgate. Not sure much about the guy though, but seeing that, I'm not backing him. I'm not saying you shouldn't though. If it looks cool, looks cool to you. The art looks fine. It's got some good covers at least. Let's see what we got here. Project Neosis. Let's see what this is. That's a cool image. Huh. It's definitely sharing a lot of the artwork for you to get in on it. I'm assuming this is 6 total issues. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if I would back it, but let me see. This guy's definitely gone to cons. By Paul Thayer. First option would be starting at volume 2, 4 and 5. Second option would be grab 0 through 5. All right, let's look at the pricing here. Catch Up, volume 1, which is 0 through 3, and then 4 and 5. This is $50 in shipping. Digital Catch Up, $25. Seems fair. Yeah, definitely. I think you definitely should always have a digital option. People are going to pirate it anyway. If they want to back you, they're going to back you. So I don't think creators should be afraid of digital. 172 total pages, though. And this is from Jersey. He's got 17 days ago. He's only got 19% funding, but I'm assuming this guy is funded elsewhere previously and or through cons. So check it out if you're interested. That caught my eye at least. I don't know if I myself am interested, but here's a link to that if interested. Interplanet looks kind of cool. Perfect 10. All right, this guy's been doing good. I got a couple issues. I haven't read them though. The art's fucking fantastic though. I think enough people know about Perfect 10 though. What is this? 8X. Art looks good. That's why I'm clicking on it. Looks a bit scandalous here at the top. I like it. Art isn't really up to my taste, though, as far as the interiors. Probably does the job, though, but it's not quite to the degree I would want. Cover looks good, though. Good dynamic posing here. Kind of boring, though. You got somewhat muted colors here. The only real pop is her hand power. And then you got, like, boring cityscape. No discernible, recognizable buildings, so I don't think it's the best move here. This one, though, this one's total gooner bait. Feels very 90s. It's got this kind of Game of Thrones thrown out of guns. That's pretty metal. It's way more vibrant, catch your eye, aside from, you know, being a tits and ass cover. I'm assuming this is John Stinsman. I thought it was Sim Portier. Yeah, better cover. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. It's not funding well, though, but no end date, so I'm assuming this is just like a store to back them, get your stuff. Let's see what else we got. Dead Crew. 1 second. Let me scroll. Let's make sure there's no booby images that can get me in trouble. Okay. This looks a little better than the 8X for the interiors. It's Dead Crew number 3. I like this cover right here. It's like Bat Demon guy. Definitely this girl pose right here. That looks really good. She's got a fart coming out of her hand. That's awesome. I'd maybe rethink that. Her power, how you're presenting it on this cover. And I would not have a cover of a SJW haircut. Kind of counters the giant tits as an appeal, in my opinion. Not to say, like, Perk 10 has kind of a undercut hairstyle, and that's fine. Yeah, the interiors look a lot better here. Got some grit. I like it. I'm an art first guy. You know, I check out stories when I hear about them, but you know I always go for the art, especially if the interiors match pretty well with the good covers. Come on. Come on, what the hell? Oh yeah, I think I backed this. I think I did. So I got the first 6 issues somewhere in here. After the infamous Bitch Made Brian video, I ended up finding them on eBay. I'll probably do at least a 1 through 6 kind of collected review for y'all once I get around to it. I'm so behind on videos I want to make. What is this? It's definitely an eye-catching cover. It's closed. Let's see what this looks like. Wait. It's not safe for work. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Now I gotta scroll it. Dust Devil. That looks all right. Thank you all for being here. Comment in the chat, though, so I know what y'all are thinking, what you want to look at. If you see something yourself that catches your eye, because I'm just going off my own taste now, unless influenced by you good people. What is this? Tricks and Treats, Volume 2. Uh-oh, we got a black artist. Woke. Preston Acevedo is the cover artist. He always does good stuff. God damn, look at that cover. It's pretty fucking sick. Oh, you got a damsel about to be eaten, sacrificed to some globby tentacle monster. Okay. Wolf is sick. This Red Hood looking guy is pretty cool, and this Cthulhu looking freak. Okay. 3 miles outside of Independence, California. No, you're supposed to say somewhere near Independence, California. You gotta do the Eric method, you fucking retards. That's just good business. All right, this looks kind of cool. I like the colors. Art's kind of stale. It's kind of cheap here, especially this face. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let me see. Ooh, this moody art style here is really good. I like that. You got a regular or black and white for volume 2. Let's see what the backing is here. They're funded. They don't have volume 1. So again, that's a problem. From Oklahoma, that's pretty cool. It's from my neck of the woods. Resurrect Your Halloween Spirit, Tricks and Treats, Volume 2, a horror anthology filled with vampires, portals, Nazi occultism, skinwalkers, and ... Sounds pretty sick. Area 51, the Helix Project, 1 and 2. Okay, see, this is good. Only got 1 day to go, though. Fuck. Oh, man, it looks fucking sick. Half-breed son of an extraterrestrial who masqueraded as human for decades witnesses his father's death after saving a human child, a selfless act that resulted in exposure to his father's alien physiology. Okay, so you got like an inheritance, sins of the father kind of thing going here. So you got some sort of duality idea here. That looks fucking sick. Let me save that. That's a cool cover. Don't like the colors though. The colors kind of blur together. It's kind of bland, but interesting angle. You got some differences in the architecture behind you, so it's not just stale blocks behind you like that one cover. All right, so they're doing 1 and 2, $20 in shipping. You got a variant bundle. Looks like you get 7 comics total for $80. What's the page count? What's the total page count here? I want to know that if it's worth the multiple copies. Better quality, but it's a short story. Only 28 page count. It's a 6-part series, though, so you have something to look forward to, it seems. And they got a digital option and a digital bundle option, so that's not bad. I'll probably get that. See what the funding's at. Damn it. Yeah, it's only at... It's at raise mode. They were only wanting 300 on this. Let me go to Linktree, see if there's someone I can hit up. Be like, hey, I want it back, but I don't know if it'll fulfill. Is it worth it? Pocket Watch Press. They don't seem to have a Twitter. You got a website, though. Let's check out the shop really quick. All right, so it looks like maybe this is a complete series already and they're just doing new campaigns for it. Because on the website it has number 6 out. So it's definitely have to check these people out. Can't advise bagging this since it's only got a day left though. So I'll try to follow up with y'all next stream if I find out anything about these people. As far as backing them and stuff. Let's see. Let's go back. That looks pretty sick, man. This art looks pretty fucking cool. Let's look at the interiors. Yeah, this looks like professional grade interiors too. Oh man, see, that's pretty complex. Yeah. Art-wise, this looks pretty tight. Hell yeah. Where are these people from? They're out of Queens. All right, so that looked cool. What else we got? I haven't been on it in a while, so that's why I'm just. Quit scrolling. All right, let's go look at Indiegogo. And we'll call it a night. Barring you sending me something to look at, or if anyone wants to promote. Hey, what's up, goalposts? Angus believes he was sent by God to detract. Ridiculous. Hey, man, take it with the guy upstairs. Clearly, y'all people ain't praying at the Rippaverse. If y'all pray hard enough, maybe God will, change course with his desires with the Rippaverse. I'm just saying, man. I just do what I'm told. He commands me to detract. Are you one to question God's plan? If Eric writes the ship Rippa goalposts, things will go better for Rippaverse. He'll start getting funded. He might hit 3 million again on a book. If God wills it to enrich him, to fill his cup, for his cup to overflow, it could happen. You just got to pray. Knees got to hit the floor. Hands toward the sky. That's all I can tell you, man. I do what I'm told, man. I detract. Critical jihad. If Eric writes the ship, if he conducts himself and his company better, if he does not hire demons such as Gothix and the Saskas, things can be rectified. But until then, things go accordingly as God wills it. Thank you for being here, Rippa Goalpost. Maybe you've seen some books, mainstream or independent, that have caught your eye, that have interested you, that you could, be like, hey, promote these guys, Eric. Look good again to the public. Still up to your antics. That's right, Becky. Hey, man. He's being loyal. We'll say that. Let's see. Into Space. This is one of the preset music in the background. Let's see how that sounds. That sounds a little too hibbity jibbity for my taste. See, I really like this one, but it's not long enough. It's only like a minute and a half. I love like the reverberation happening. All right, let's look at Indiegogo. See what's in the comic world of Indiegogo. Didn't they used to have a comic tab? Category, creative works. Okay, here we go. Hey, there's your friend, Vaughn. Got 9,000 here already. Writhe and Pain. They're still up? Oh, man, I've been wanting to back this. This looks pretty cool. Hey, y'all super chat me so I can get some comics, motherfuckers.
I'm on a budget, goddammit! God doesn't pay me to detract.
What is it God tells the people? Tells the disciples. Let me find the verse. Let me find the verse. I've got to quote it right. Okay, he says, take nothing for your journey. No staff, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra tunic. That is from Luke 3. Let's find the further context of that. Bible. Luke. Bible Gateway. Let's see. Let's go to chapter... Okay, we got King James here. King James always reads better. Let's find... Wait, how do you scroll the fucking verses, the chapters? Yeah, I got too many ads on this thing. Okay, here's the chapters. All right. Let's find the context for that. Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases. That is exorcism and healing. And he sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. And he said unto them, take nothing for your journey, neither staves nor scrip, neither bread, neither money, neither have 2 coats apiece. Whatever and whatsoever house ye enter into, there abide and thence depart. And whosoever will not receive you when ye go out of that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against them. That's what I'm doing at the Rippaverse. I'm shaking the dust off my feet. The impending rubble that is the warehouse. And they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Now Herod the Tetrarch heard of all that was done by him, and he was perplexed, because that is what was said of some, that John was risen from the dead, and of some that Elias had appeared, and of others that one of the old prophets was risen again. All right, so that's him talking to the 12. Let me see. And Herod said, John have I beheaded, but who is this of whom I hear such things? And he desired to see him. That's an interesting little story there. All right. Back to Indiegogo. Everyone knows Eric July is leading the indie community to new heights. You won't admit it because you feel strong urge to detract. Rippa derangement syndrome. Angus, what is your problem with Gothix? She's simply the spokesperson. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I mean, she's just a prototypical SJW, honestly. She is what us Star Wars fans have dealt with the fanboy tears bitch. Let me find that chick, actually. Who is this? Fanboy tears Star Wars. Let me find who this bitch was. Ichibaka, you bitch. You hid your fucking your WordPress. Andy Gutierrez. That's the bitch. That's the bitch here. Let's find her. Let me show you. Let me show you, Rip a goalpost. This is why we detract. So we can sniff this shit out a mile away. God gives us the tools to decipher the enemy in our ranks. And we have found it accordingly in the Rippaverse. Not to mention the lore keepers. Or you could say the whore keepers. The Saskas. This bitch right here. Yeah, there she is. I wonder if she's still employed. Let me see. So we got some AI here. Rebel Force Radio's actions resulted in Lucasfilm severing ties with the podcast. The incident highlighted issues of toxic fandom behavior and harassment. See, Gothix... She says this kind of shit. Oh, just weirdos and blah, blah, blah. You're very ill-prepared, Gothix, to understand that most of us detractors, were or still are Eric subscribers, we had good faith for Eric in the Rippaverse. And we saw, oh, this sucks, but wait. So as long as he hears our criticism and adjusts accordingly, and he fucking caved. Dick Masterson was our initial rational spokesperson in criticism, and it's fallen apart. It's fallen apart for Eric. So that's why she is another Andy Gutierrez, and you'll see more and more people slow off. War Separation is a great origin story and explains a lot. Your claim that Eric inserted his libertarian politics into the book is disingenuous because politics cannot be avoided entirely. Hey, go back at some point. It's me sharing some Twitter posts by Godfo earlier in the stream. Let me actually pull it up and find you the timestamp for you to check this out. So I was actually defending Eric. Believe it or not. Goalposts. Let me go to my stream and find you the timestamp so you can accurately find me defending. You can spin this if you wish. Spin this as detractor recants whatever. Okay, so let me see. So this is about an hour into the stream, I pulled Godfo's tweets that he was defending Eric inadvertently. So there you go. Hey, what's up again, Keely? Bringing the beef. Thank you. All right, let's go back and look at Writhe in Pain. This one looks cool to me. Let me turn down the music a little bit, though. Love that song, though. Used to use it for my intro a lot. You keep detracting, Backy. You hold him back. Never Go July. Oh, no, Mr. Yonafumi. No, you're misconstruing. No. You have to detract in good faith, and that means properly dissecting and criticizing. Criticizing doesn't mean bashing. It just means dissecting the issue. So do not misconstrue my good faith criticism as betraying the detractorverse, the detractoverse, as it is. All right, so Writhe in Pain. This rookie sent me a bunch of CG stuff that he was offloading, clearing space, and it was mostly Mandy Summers stuff, which I'll get to. But he had a couple random cards of Writhe in Pain, so I'm like, wait, how could you send me this and not send me the fucking book? This looks sick. Let's see. What's in the Pain pack? Okay, so you get 5 total books here of premium art. I think these guys are professional. I think they've previously worked professionally. This stuff looks fucking sick. Catch up tier. Let's see. So each one's only 25. They got reprints. Okay, fucking sick. Yes. I've wanted to read this because like the only issue I found on eBay is like $100. And I wasn't able to find it on like their store either. So, man, let's see how long. I guess it's just in demand. Yeah, it's in demand. So I'm not sure how long they're going to keep this up. But man, this stuff looks sick. How could you not want to get that? Detective Sean Payne comes from a long line of witch hunters. He was tasked with retrieving the Tome of Black, an ancient book witches would use to summon demons from the abyss. Instead of killing the witch who had possession of the book, Sean fell in love with her and started a family. Sounds like he married one of the Saska's sisters, honestly. Unfortunately, his oldest daughter, Rose, fell to the lure of the book and went missing. Now his youngest, Grace, has developed witch powers. Witch and witch hunter now put aside their differences to stop Rose, who has reemerged possessed by the demon Azazel and sentenced them to an eternity in hell. That sounds pretty sick. Tell us how many pages there are, though. Okay, Okay, there is a trailer. We'll look at that shortly. I want to see if it tells us how many pages there are, just to kind of gauge what the pound for pound purchase will be. Got some stretch goals. Ooh. Yeah, that looks fucking sick right there. How much fun is this? Oh, man, we're so close. Oh, man. If we get to 20,000 on this, we can get this print added to the purchase. Fuck. Oh, man. I want to get this, but I'm on a budget, man. Send me those super chats. You had a conversation that Godfo got on stream. Invite him again so he can educate you about storytelling. Eric never inserted politics in any of it. No. I was saying we were both defending Eric that it's not inserting politics necessarily. Unless it becomes apparent it's like some libertarian propaganda. I'm not even against that. I think Eric making that dumb video about politics at the door before Yaira came out was really dumb. It's really weird to try to position yourself being this unwoke guy, shooting a shot across the bow at the mainstream with your success, being unwoke. If anything, being anti-woke with the following you've built with your channel. It's really dumb to try to like retroactively position yourself to possibly cater mainstream sentiment because you've already cut your knees out from under yourself. You have to just go full bore antagonistic to them. That's what's hurting Eric too. It's all this stuff. It's Riley, how he handled that, how he handled the stickers, how he handled trolling, how he handled Dick Masterson and Vito. He should have went on their show, you know. But the stupid fucking live action shit, the ISOM trademark lawsuit, he's really fucked up repeatedly for the last couple of years. And now he talks to fans how he dismisses, how he wants to be this. He's built himself as this confrontational commentator, and now he's trying to be professional and nice and stuff, and shield himself with diversity. Hire Gothix. It's not good. It's not good. It's got a real uphill battle to win original backers back, and that's aside from the quality of the stories, the 3D asset shit, and lying about that, then being like, yeah, whatever, man. Here's like a Minecraft fucking shirt to laugh at detractors. Where's that spirit? You know, I'll take that over this like trying to be Disney. But no, I'm not against. I'm not even. I've actually said ISOM should have been a libertarian propaganda book. He should have been using ISOM as an avatar for himself to push his worldview. Because that has balls. This politicless, bland world he's made doesn't resonate. It doesn't match the fervor why people backed him in the first place. Of like, we're tired of woke shit, so let's make unwoke shit, which means unwoke politics in the book. Anti-woke politics. Have a gay person and have them try to like push rainbow shit agenda, and then ISOM's like, take this, sucker, pow. Slapping a nigga today. That's what people want. They want fucking balls. Eric built himself that way, and now he's completely betraying why he's built the fan base he's built. That's my commentary on that. But man, Ride the Pain looks fucking cool. If I get overtime this week, maybe I'll back it. Let's see what else y'all are saying. No, man, I love this song, so screw you. I said, if y'all know good copyright-free music to play in the background, send it my way, and I'll add it. Such a fool you are, Rip a Goalpost. You seem to not read any of his books at all and barely know what in the world you're talking about. I love this duel of minds in the chat. But yeah, that is Writhe in Pain. It's in demand. Back it. Back it. Let's get it to 20K so we can get that print. Here's the link to that. Let's see what else we got. Paradise. Land and Sea. Paradise. Scott McCullough. Yeah, it looks all right. Some of this art reminds me of Sean Gordon Murphy. Let me see. I don't know if it's in a pile or if it's on my shelf. Yeah. At some point after the initial setup, it switches to like the future. It's about like these like siren, like creature of the Black Lagoon type of beasts. But The Wake. I actually found this at Ollie, surprisingly. Sean Gordon Murphy did the art. This is fucking sick. This art here in the book reminds me of this. The Wake. Let me see if I can find some cool images. But yeah, I love Sean Gordon Murphy's art. He's just got this cool, gritty style. He's such a great Batman artist for White Knight. So here's a cover. Gives you an idea. It's not quite one for one what they look like in the book, but you kind of get an idea. Like these weird, like mer people burst out of the sea. They get awakened by something. Let's see if I can find some of the images here. What they look like. I didn't watch it, but the movie with Kristen Stewart, Underwater. I assume it's something like that. I'll find the page here. Yeah, like look at this page. It's fucking sick. I love all the blacks. Reminds me of Hellboy art. This is what some of the sea people look like. How much is Yellow Trash making with this book? For going off of Drunk 3PO, let me see. How many subs does Yellow Flash got? Let's try to gauge. Try to get some numbers here to get an idea. Yellow Flash. All right, so he's got 500,000 subscribers. What does Drunk 3PO got? Now, I'll give Drunk 3PO a handicap because he made a kids manga anime looking gay shit. So he's got 100K now, but he only made 100K. How many? Let's go to the Rippaverse. Rippa Send. This is another thing that hurts. I think through Rippaverse you can buy the. All right, let's go to the store. So he doesn't even. Or does he? I guess we gotta go Rippaverse. See, this was stupid. Rippa Send should just be an imprint on the website. I'm trying to figure this out for you, Rippaverse. I'm trying to give you an accurate guess. All right, store. Comics. That's annoying. When you go to shop all, you can't sort just comics. It has a drop down and you pick Horseman, Isom, whatever. But yeah, in the store, you can't even, you have to go to Rippasin to buy Drunk 3PO shit. So it's like you've separated the market and it kind of stifles the people you've promoted under your umbrella. All right, so on Rippa Send stores, only J Day, and he's got all this achromatic bullshit. Hold on. I'm trying to find the campaign to gauge how many backers he had. All right, so he sold 3,000 books. Trent 3 episode, $3,000. Let's see about blue. All right, so on Achromatic Chronicles Blue, he had more backers, but made the same amount of money. So he sold it for $35. How much is this book selling for on the website? So it makes no sense. What the fuck? So it appears he sold almost 3 times as many books, but made only $10,000 more. I'm glad you got me down this wormhole, Ripper Goalposts. All right, but Eric, roughly the same amount of subscribers. He sold roughly 10% of his channel. I say Yellow Flash makes 800,000. Oh, okay, so we're close actually. But yeah, I'm guessing Yellow Flash makes 800,000. But it'll be funny if he makes less. I will laugh. All right, let's get out of the solo. Just want to show you The Wake by Sean Gordon Murphy because this art here in Land and Sea reminds me of it. And that's a promotion in itself. Let's go back. What's catching my eye? Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I got this sorted right. Trending. Okay. Fantasies? I'm assuming this might be a foreign language. Well, the art's fine. No one really cares about the people, man. You shouldn't have more pictures of people with more detail than your comic. Bad move. The hell? This is 99% off? What the fuck? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Look at this art. Ugh. I mean, it's got range, but it's not great art. But it's got a variety of detail for like facial expressions. So it's just really weird. They dropped the price 99%. It's only slightly worse than Eric dropping his stuff 82% all the time. Chaos Moon. Is this like some witch stuff? Oh, that's cool. A GIF in the... Oh, I didn't see that before. Not bad art. Wish I had a little more like heavy lines for the people. I don't like this kind of like faded coloring. It's very like 90s. I don't like that, but art itself looks pretty cool. Got some tits and ass. Got some crazy creatures here. All right, so you got the regular edition for $44. The deluxe is $77. This is hardcover, by the way. Let's see how many pages are in this. You got some pinups here. That's cool. That stuff looks good. All right, let's see if it says how many pages this is. It seems like it's a limited print too. So you got 38 for the deluxe, or see. So they got 235 deluxe, and they got, I'm assuming, just however many buy it for the regular hardcover. And it's in demand, so it's funded. Pretty cool. Graphic novel's 44 pages. Deluxe. Wait. See, this is confusing because I got 3 different options here, A, B, and C. Okay, so it was a 90s comic. Okay, so this is like a reprint, basically, in a deluxe format. Huh. But they're saying... Originally published as Chaos Moon number 1 and 2. A Nubian Nights, full-length graphic novel story, 44 pages. Okay, so I guess I got multiple stories within this, so 128 pages. Okay, so it's a good full size, probably like a trade size as far as actually what's in the book covers. Okay, I mean, if it's from the 90s, let me see if I can find it on free comic site. Read comics. That's, you know, it's nice to own stuff, but if I can read it for free, I'm not going to not do that. Chaos. It's not in here. Read Chaos Moon. It's on Amazon. Part 1s for like $5. You know, it's just a floppy, I'm guessing, but looks good. Really steep price though. What the hell? Soul Striker. Cyber Pop. I like a good booby book. Let's see what we got here. Alright, this looks like some cool action. Is this like a Dead Girl or something? Yeah, this cover's pretty sick. Pencils and Inks by Kanan White. Oh, man. Huh. Okay. Not really gives any interior stuff, so it's not promising for the pitch. I've been wanting to get Red Eyes as well. Man, it sucks being on a budget with these premium comics. Aztec of the City. They got me at the cover, but that art doesn't look too great. Not my taste. This is a bad move here. A safe space, and their thumbnail says Kickstarter. So I mean, maybe the idea is like, hey, it's already funded on Kickstarter, so you can trust us over here. But I don't know. I don't think you want to associate. If you're on Indiegogo, this is like the Nazi comic platform, so you don't want to. It's okay to cross campaign, but do not. I would say do not promote it as like Indiegogo or Kickstarter on the other site. But yeah, it's so what we've seen so far. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I think I'm gonna go to Waffle House, get me some eggs, maybe a waffle. I usually don't get waffles. I usually get burgers at Waffle House. Oh, Ricky's so excited to come on. It's like, I've already been going for 4 hours, man. If I get a second wind of detraction. Hey, you know what? We can detract on your channel if I'm up for it tonight. Yeah, get your last chats in before I go away. Yeah, Yeah, I got Yaira on my wall. That was from Godfo. It's from his artist. He did a little Yaira sketch for me. So I got the first Yaira poster ever processed, ever shipped out. I got the first Yaira poster. Suck it, Ripitards. Rip a goalpost. When are you going to get on a stream with me? When are we going to stream together? When are we going to, like, you know, duel of the minds? Or, yeah, come stream with me, and then we'll see her for real, and maybe we'll get on with the EVS and, you know, counter detract on the trash cast. Go to blows. Maybe you'll face Vito and Dick. That's really how I started following you. You shared that Dick clip of him trolling Vito with the ISOM art, super killer art. Let me see if I can find it because I love that clip. I'm not a good grifter, man. I just do this, like, I'd like to make money from this. I'm glad when people send it, but I do this out of the true passion. Love hanging out with you, love talking and stuff. I'm very really a humble, occasional attractor, not blessed by God, such as Angus with the gift of attracting. Ripa's shining knight. I want to find that clip before I go because I got to save it. Let me go to goalpost. Ripa goal. Go to your. Let me search you. This is who they are. Yes! Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah. Thank you so much, Goldpost. Let me, I gotta save this. Where's my Twitter? There we go. Twitter video download. Oh, what a great nugget. All right, I got that. And let me see if I can find my post of Dick. Yeah, it's nice to have music in the background because, like, when you're in between moments, it's just nice to not have just dead air in between you. Even if it's dead for y'all, besides me, it's just nice. It's a nice little filler. And hey, Goalpost, are you a football fan? Because I'm streaming Sunday, Super Bowl watch along. Of course, I'm just assuming it's copyrighted shit, so I'm not going to show it. I'm going to try to, like, start maybe like an hour before the game. Try to get some clips, some stats up. Then we'll have the score behind me. I got a green screen coming from Amazon. Let me know what you want in the background for me. But aside from the score, you know, footage. I'm thinking about doing, like, Battlefront footage. Battlefront 2. I love Battlefront 2, especially the space battles. But yeah, if you're a football fan, man, let me know if you get Chiefs, Eagles, who you going for? Obviously, Fly Eagles Fly over here in Angus land. But the hell? I hate when I search myself and I can't find. I just find random other people. Let me try biggest problem. Come the fuck on. I wish I knew what episode that was. Let me try on my phone really quick. I want to find this clip for you. It's so good. Is it the? Okay. Chuck dicks in my ass. The awkward clip. That was hilarious. Where did it go? I know I fucking got it. Oh my god, come on. Oh! all right, I found it. River Goalpost, I hope you're still here, because apparently I tagged you in this a long time ago. Let me find it. Oh man, you're gonna love this. I mean, send me that clip. Send me the clip of EVS with the toilet licking. Sure. I mean, yeah, you'll have to super chat me for it to be played, but I will totally play that on my green screen background. Avery Knox. That's, oh my god. Okay. I think I misattributed the name here, but let's pause the music and watch this great clip.
Why do I feel like this bit's gonna get us in trouble?
Get us in trouble for what? Just an old man, Southern man from the South.
Thank God Ripiverse Goalpost isn't allowed to post about us anymore. Fucking God.
Ripiverse Goalpost got totally bitched out by either Van Salva and Nick Ricciuto. Bitch Ripiverse Goalpost out, and they caved like a bitch. Oh man, I haven't seen nothing like that. And
I don't want anyone clipping this.
Why don't you clip these nuts? How about that?
What a great time. What a great time. Man, where's the I wish I saved that fucking oh man, I know I shared it. I just damn, wait, hold on. Okay, I had to check something there. Trying to find the clip though, but here is Goalposts, the clip heard around the world. This was great. Everyone was fucking triggered as fuck. Here we go.
There's a number.
Isn't that what your guy does? He kills superheroes.
Stop.
So that's Isam.
Stop.
That's Isam that Eric July made.
I'm not going to be able to make it.
That's Isam.
Keep doing this.
And your guy, Super Killer, whose whole job it is to kill superheroes, has kneeled down on the back of Isam's neck. And
it hurts. It hurts.
And he says he's holding a little baggie of something. I don't know what it is. And he says, "Don't do drugs." He's also
Super
look at his
Killer
face
kneeling on the neck of Eric July's Isomp character while holding a baggie of fentanyl. I think he's got it.
That's his job, is to kill superheroes, isn't it? So it seems like he understands it exactly.
I'm banned from the comic industry forever before even getting one book out.
What do you think? You're like, you're
on a black man's neck with a baggie of fentanyl, and I go, "What?"
Oh, I'm so glad you're here to remind me of that Goalpost. What a great time. This is who they are. This is what they do. Oh, precisely, Goalpost. Well, it's been fun. It's been fun. I wish I had my ice on too so I could quote Larry Shungai. Oh, wait. I can find it on the free comic site. Never mind. One moment. I can properly quote this. Nice song. Trade paperback number 2. As long as it loads. Oh, wait. Do I got it set to one page? I do. That's why I wasn't thinking it was loading. Sucks to suck, Eric.
Eric, who be on that TV now? You turn that Larry Shungite off now.
Here it is. Here it is. This is Larry Shungite. You know, traveling can be nice and all, but damn, it feels good to be back in Texas. Last night I lost something that was rightfully mine, but you only know a fraction of the story. When some of the top talent jumped ship, who helped carry this company? Me. When wrestlers who had nowhere near the draw I have got top billing, I kept my thoughts to myself. I gave you classic match after classic match. You didn't give me the belt. It was rightfully mine. I'll tell you what. How about you bring your punk ass out here and tell the great people of Floor Spark exactly why I'm no longer champion. That is Larry Shungite signing off. Farewell. Won't be able to stream Thursday night. I got to work. Got to work overnight this month. But it's been good. It's been good. If I don't stream again, I will see you at another time. Now, I'll see you Sunday for the Comicsgate Super Bowl party. Be here or be queer. Farewell.